okay, I take that back. I do like to edit videos, like, putting it all together, but that kind of shit, no. That's why I only edit out fucking key breaks because we're all away from the screen.
Man, I'm trying to hire an editor because I hate editing.
Why?
Because
like, what do you mean?
I like
by
editing pictures, but when I do video, like if I make a sketch and somebody needs to put it together in like an order that makes it work, you got to go through every frame, every shot, everything to get the right area, move it, and
for like
sketch or music,
like a music
videos, all of that. Yeah. Any FX, After Effects, all of that good stuff. I hate it.
So basically, you want to go out, film it all, get all the good shots, and then be like, do something.
Well, I want to write it, shoot it, get all of that done, and then have somebody else be responsible for the editing. I just want to have the vision and then have somebody put it together. But the work it takes to edit,
dude, I can take a crack at it. Hey, dude, I like doing that shit.
Yeah, people who that's what I'm looking for. Somebody who actually loves it. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
I have no love.
When it comes, that's what I mean. Like when it comes to minute stuff, and it's like, oh, I gotta find this specific thing in a podcast where it's the same thing for 2 hours. That sucks.
Yeah,
I gotta find this one part or whatever. Thank God I look at the audio most of the time where I see it's like nothing's going on. I'm like, okay, that's where I need to edit. But yeah, putting stuff together and like editing like music videos, or like when I was editing like urban exploration videos, you get to put in I like that stuff.
The B-roll and all of that good stuff. Hey man, if that's your thing, then you'll hear from me again, because it ain't mine.
What me and my buddy said most while we were going out was like, I'd love to land a job where you could just shoot B-roll. You know what I mean? Be the guy that comes in and just gets to shoot nature or all these cool other shots that are going to get mixed into the film and get paid decent for it.
Right, get paid amazing for it, but still. Everybody else is like coming up with lines, working. You just in the background next to the water, getting all the street signs. Like, this is all right, I'm done. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, but fuck. I mean, maybe, but there's like Zach Bagans, like Ghost Adventures guys. You've heard
of them.
Yeah. So I was reading something where like their B-roll guys that are there for like 3 days just shooting shit. I'm like, 3 days at one location?
And still no ghosts.
Still
no ghosts, man.
Where's the ghost?
Just in a creepy ass place for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Getting the cracks and crevices on film.
Yeah.
Got to get this in 4K.
I got to get it. This is the money shot here, guys. This is the money shot. Yeah.
Like, oh, is it a ghost? No. It's an abandoned doorway.
So you really, how long you been like shooting and filming and
I actually
kinds of stuff?
Got hold of a camera in about 2017, T6 Rebel.
Okay.
Canon was the first, even though I don't use Canon at all anymore.
What do you use?
I'm Nikon.
Yeah,
I might switch to Sony soon.
Yeah.
But I went with the Canon when I first started and just started taking pictures of the comedy scene, because I was doing comedy since like 2015. And nobody had pictures. Everybody was using phone pictures, and we all looked real low scale. So I was like, okay, this will be a market,
Right.
So ever since then, really, once 2018 came, I was like, I'm going to take pictures of everything. Then it's therapeutic, man. You'll sit there and you'll forget about everything else while you're trying to get a shot.
It really seems like you've kind of been like that, like you being that guy that does that's kind of like blown up lately, would you say? Or has this been going on for a while now?
It's been there for a while. I feel like the comedy aspect of it is really starting to blow up lately.
Yeah.
Just because before I was like, I was in this raise all sales mindset, kind of get everybody for like 3 years. I was never getting my own shots because I couldn't take a self shot for the life.
Yeah, dude.
And I didn't want anybody else touching the camera because I couldn't afford to get another camera or something. It's like, it's just not going to happen. So I would just had them come in, take all the pictures of the show, and then I'd be on the show, but I had no pictures of me. So my picture is the cell phone picture, and I look low budget. So,
But that was one of the things I talked to Hunter about too. I was like, you guys, you gotta film like your own special, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you guys like gotta get a good quality, like get a venue where it's got decent lighting, and like just work it where you're all going in there and
Doing your thing.
getting a film, because pictures to film, you could get somebody to put your camera on a tripod.
Yeah.
Like, bro, here's the shots, here's the zoom. You're going to get something at least decent
At least.
for yourself.
Yeah.
When
And that's
you're
what
not
how it's
doing
been.
it. Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do these 3 simple things. And if you can do that, you can get me a decent picture. And they're like, all right, cool. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Because video and all of that is easier. I can sit down on the tripod and just go up and be like, all right, I got
Right.
the area. But
Right.
if I'm doing pictures, I need to be holding it. I need to be in it. I need to get angles. I need to move.
The
So,
beauty of video is when you do learn those intricacies, like with a camera, and how you can blur out the background, blur out the foreground, and then you get that on video though, that quick little,
that little aperture.
and you're like, ooh, that's tasty.
Like,
I like
nice.
that.
$45.
What?
Start
Yeah,
pricing. Start pricing immediately.
Yeah, right.
No, you ain't see what I just saw.
Yeah, dude. I really get into it.
Yeah.
I'm not the best, but like I really
And that's what
I'll
I
just
don't
sit
think-
there with my camera and just film shit, like birds
Yeah.
and a tree. And if that's the only thing that's there, like, cool.
The
And
hardest
then work
part.
on that aperture.
Yeah, exactly. Working, sticking in there, and then finding things that kind of fit in that lane. of where
Yeah, you got a
focus.
branch in front of the bird, so now I'm going to practice zooming in and out, like what's clear, what's not. You know what I mean?
See, the hard part for me is not looking like a creep. Because, like, I'm not trying to. I'm like, I saw a bird on top of somebody's house. So now anybody looking at me, I just got this camera pointed at windows. And I'm like, I'm not, this isn't my Disturbia moment, you know?
This isn't what it looks like. Yeah.
This is all B-roll.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you do kind of look like if you're at like a park or something.
Right.
Right. Camera there, you're just like, you are total creep level.
That's the hardest part of being a male photographer in general, is trying to not be a creep. People are just like, it's the first expectation. It's like, what do you want me to do? It's like, you want me to come in here, strip down and put like Legos on myself?
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, not at
You
all.
want to see me naked, huh?
None of
Yeah.
those pictures get used.
I keep them.
It was like, yeah, we decided we went a different direction. I edited clothes back in for Instagram.
I added the clothes back in. So, and now we're offended. Because you
Right.
added the. What do you mean you added the clothes?
Am I not worthy of being naked?
Well, you were just mad because you were not, what? That's the way that shit works half the time.
That's why I like city shots, man. I'm like, don't come to my apartment. There's no windows in my living room. It looks like when you come in, it's like, hey, just throw your coat anywhere. People won't see you again. You know? So I just like, we're going to shoot in the city.
No damn windows. You got a window in your bedroom?
Yeah, for sure.
At least.
At least.
Jeez. What about the kitchen?
For what that's worth.
Is that one window? One window per apartment?
No, I think it's like one window per bedroom, one giant, like 12-foot window.
Oh dang!
But
It's like we got to make it up. If we couldn't put two, let's just put a
we
big
don't-
one.
in the living room, you need to just draw an anarchy symbol on your wall, with goat's blood or something. It's like, that's what it
Goat's
looks
blood.
like.
Jesus. Yeah, we got a hotel this past weekend, and it said hotel with partial view. And I was like, I didn't care about the view. Because the room had 2 beds. We only needed one, but it was cheaper. All we wanted was a damn shower. So I'm like, okay, partial view. Do we walk into the room? And it's literally like the roof and like the back of the sign. And in the like the A part of the sign, you could see the water. I'm like, is that the partial view?
They were real honest about that advertisement.
Yeah, partial view. Yeah,
You can kinda see
it's
things.
partially there.
There's some shit around here somewhere.
Like, dude,
Look at that roof. Look at the shingling.
You wouldn't believe, man. We went up and okay, there's 2 beds in this room. There's 1 bath towel. We told this dude like we're here for a shower. Like we just stunk. We had just got done backpacking and camping and stuff. We're like we just we want a shower. 1 towel.
Did y'all go with the Airbnb?
No, this was at a hotel. We
This is a
booked it.
hotel.
Yeah, we booked it like that morning because I'm like, let's get a hotel for the night, So then my wife goes down to get another towel. She's like, hey, you remember us? We only have 1 towel room. This dude tells her, he's like, we're actually experiencing a towel shortage. I'm like,
COVID done struck again.
I'm
man.
like, damn. enough, bro. Like it's bad enough. We got Chick-fil-A out there shorting sauce, and you got gas shortages and all this. I'm like,
coin shortage.
was that just a bad choice of words for you right now to use shortage? Like, really? Oh my God. They ended up getting us another towel, but I'm like, dude.
How the hell? Like we had to ride down to Family Dollar, grab you another towel.
Grab you a towel. Some dude told us that in Portland, Michigan, we had car trouble, and it was like near closing time. I don't know whatever. He's just like, well, I could drive to Lansing and get the parts for you, and I'm like, fucking drive to Lansing? What the fuck kind of town is this? You guys just close up shop and everybody goes to bed at 5?
Yeah, everything outsourced from other states and other cities. It's like nothing is in town, nothing.
But he was gonna charge me like some astronomical rate to, drive there, get the part, come back, put it on. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't do it.
I can't get mad. I'm an Uber driver, so every time it's like somebody's going to Holland, I'm like, I make like a good $80.
$80 ride from Grand Rapids to Holland.
Yeah, for 20, 30 minutes. That's a great
$80,
win. Yeah.
dude. Holy shit.
Just about.
But that's like going rates.
Well, yeah. Well, at least now.
Right.
Now that apparently the industry is dying. It's not gonna die, but they're suffering.
What are they gonna do? Go back to regular taxis or to the bus?
Yeah, the tax. I think we've killed all of those.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a real taxi in like 4 years.
Bro, there's one around here. It's like Blueberry Taxi. Dude, it's in like a fucking minivan.
The last of a dying breed, man.
It's like, dude, man. I don't know. That was creepy. My wife took it one time when we first moved here because we were fucked. We didn't have another vehicle yet. We only had one. Yeah.
Overly expensive, I'm guessing.
I didn't know if she was coming back.
Oh, shit.
When she got into that van, I was like, whoa.
You know what happened? That rate.
This thing doesn't say taxi on top. It just says Blueberry Taxi on the back.
It's just a white windowless van. It's like, yeah, we're a taxi service. We got candy in
That
the back.
was purple. Purple van.
Man.
And they're named Blueberry. What the fuck are you doing?
They say we drive, we don't learn colors.
So really, that's what they're really thinking, that Uber and Lyft and all that's just going to kind of die
Not
out.
die out, but really they're
Just
struggling to
slow
get
down.
people to come back. They don't pay enough, and people been feeling rich off of unemployment.
Oh, like
So,
just for as far as drivers.
driver shortage. So what they're
Not
talking
for
about,
customers.
Well, it was dying for customers, but they're starting to come back.
Right.
Viruses. We got the vaccine and all of that starting to roll out over 50%. So everybody's starting to come back, but no drivers are. So Uber's like, we'll get you a little more money if you just drive today. So now when I go a little distance, they'll pay you a little more. So it's nice. I don't know how long
so
it's
the
gonna
customer's
last.
not paying $80.
No, I don't think so. I think that's Uber paying out for that. It's like bonuses.
Oh, see, I was thinking $80. Like I would
for
pay
the
for
person,
an
yeah.
Uber. Like for me, I've never taken an Uber.
Oh, in New York, when we went down to New York to do some shows, we drove
I'm
3
sure
miles.
it's pretty
3
bad.
miles, and it was $50 for the Uber. So
But how long was that 3 miles? 3.5 miles.
it was like 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
New York is just pricey. Everything there.
Was
they
it
try to get you.
downtown?
It was downtown. It was Manhattan.
But it was still like traffic and like obviously not. Only, I mean,
And they were still in the middle of like COVID regulations. You know what I mean?
Really?
So it was like traffic. I mean, it's still 8.5 million people in the city.
So
but,
when you guys went to New York, when was that again? What was the date?
man, you asking me dates?
Well, it was
Time is so-
May. It was in May.
Yeah, it wasn't May.
It was in
Yeah,
May.
yeah.
Yeah. So they were still like really
Yeah, they still had an 11 p.m.
bar.
Yeah, everything had to end,
Yeah.
be done.
Was
be
it
out.
very similar to Michigan?
Kinda, except that they had such a population that it didn't matter. When they closed at 11, everybody is still outside. Like the streets are still rolling. People are still doing stuff. It's just outside.
People still selling stuff on
and
stands
you got
outside
food, you
and
got
stuff.
weed trucks, which I think is an achievement of modern.
Is it weed
modern
trucks?
science weed trucks?
Really?
Like for a food truck and a taco truck. You got a weed truck. They got candy. They got grams. They got everything.
Dude,
And it's
that's
just
cool
rolling
shit.
around down the street. I was like, this is beautiful. This is the future. This is what
Yeah.
I'm waiting for. Forget cancer.
Yeah.
We need to be solving this weed truck crisis.
Yeah, no shit, dude. That's fucking interesting. Weed truck. I mean, I haven't heard of that, but I mean, New York. What the fuck?
when they just legalized it, so they already out in the
So
forefront.
they're innovating
Right.
right away. They're all that had their ideas. They're like, all right, let's make it happen. I used to sell tacos and shit out of here, but it's weed
It's
now.
like, this is way more profitable. This is getting us.
way fucking more profitable.
I still got chorizo in the back, but that's right next to the purple haze.
That's for after you buy the purple haze. Then you come back and you're hungry. And then you eat and your butt come down. Then you come back because you want to get like it's a win-win, man.
It's a beautiful system, man.
It is a beautiful system. It can end up that way.
I keep marveling at your room here, man. I came here when I went in the bathroom. I was like, look at this. This is quality tissue. This is a good guy. This place is nice.
Quality tissue.
Oh,
yeah,
quality
yeah.
tissue. Two ply and 3-ply. 3-ply, you some kind of like philanthropist, I think.
3-ply.
That's decorative tiles.
3-ply, man. That's like too thick, I think.
I don't like what you're saying anymore, bro. We're gonna have to, I'm gonna call it good tonight. 3-ply
Like
changed my
Charmin?
life.
You a Charmin guy?
I'm non-committal when it comes to tissue.
You really?
Yeah,
you
I
don't
no
have
loyalty.
a preference?
No loyalty. It seems
No
to be-
loyalty,
It's all
bro.
ply. It's all ply based.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know what ply mine
Honestly,
was.
Charmin has turned me off. I keep thinking about little kid bears wiping their ass enjoyably every time I'm wiping my ass, and that's not a good vibe.
That's not a good vibe yet to have going. And then they always got the little dingleberries stuck to their butt.
Right.
And they're like, ooh.
Then mom comes in, she's like, "I got you, son." With
Yeah.
that Charmin.
Yeah, got that charm. I don't know. I never liked it. I thought it was just a little too rough. That's what I mean. I don't know how you can be like non-committal on paper because you could have a 2-ply Angel Soft and then like a 2-ply. That is actually Sam's Club brand. Members Mark.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sam's Club's kind of got some exclusive shit. Like they got
it. They got it
they got
fucking.
a nice
Dude, we
little-
just got our Sam's Club card like a couple months ago, so I'm still like raving about it all. And I'm like, dude, like everything that we buy almost that's you would say is off-brand, but it's their brand.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking bomb, dude. Like everything is great. I haven't had one complaint so far.
What's crazy? I barely buy things in Sam's Club. I just go around to all of the free food counters and try to figure out what I can max out on. Like, what can I get out of this, man?
What can I?
I see I got taquitos over here. I got some queso over there. If I can blend the two, we good to go.
Yeah.
I feel like Sam's Club won't be at the top until they start selling guns in a pack. You get a 12-pack of AR-15s. But the
Yeah.
South has to innovate there. We're waiting on them.
Yeah, they start it and
Yep.
then it filters up.
Right. Yeah, I think the
How the
Texas
hell did
Walmart
they
had
not
guns
start
first.
it? How the hell did they not? Did it really?
I think so. I think the South Walmart started selling guns before the rest of the world, the rest of the country did.
Yeah. Is Sam's Club in other countries? Or I mean,
States.
Walmart?
Walmart, I have no idea.
Hmm.
That's a good question.
I wonder.
I'm not being a good capitalist. This is why I should know.
Right. Well, like Meijer's only like a regional thing.
Is Meijer? I thought Meijer was purely Michigan.
See, I thought that too, but then I thought I seen people saying regional thing. But either way, it's only right around here.
I don't know if they're complaining. They're rich, so
Yeah. They are rich. Richer than me, that's for sure.
well, I mean that's not hard for me. I was like, yeah.
It's like that's how I'll upgrade.
When people go to McDonald's and get value, like get an actual meal instead of the value menu, I'm like, what are you doing with your life that's got you getting double quarter pounders?
I am a 2 McChicken and medium fry.
Yeah, I'm whatever the meal deal is. Like they got the $3 meal deal, the $5 meal deal.
Wendy's is the best for that, I think.
Yeah, 4 for 4 is the future.
4 for 4, and then they got the 5 for 5 biggie bag, and you just get a 10-piece and more fries, I think. Just Wendy's chicken nuggets are the fucking best. They are the best nuggets, hands down.
Over Chick-fil-A?
Fuck.
Something about those hate tenders, man. Like I don't know if they marinated.
I almost consider Chick-fil-A like that's a step above nugget. That's not
Okay,
a
so
chicken nugget.
That's not a nugget. That's straight
You know
up.
what
That's
I mean?
just chicken.
That's like
just
good
straight-
ass chicken. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't classify that as a nugget. Chicken nuggets. No.
Chick-fil-A. That's God's chicken. Like we can't put that in the same bar. All right. Well,
No, Chick-fil-A is good, so good.
I mean, we know Burger King is trash.
Trash all around.
Yeah.
Fucking
Honestly,
don't
we
like-
could spend the whole podcast on this. You shouldn't have got me started on nugget politics.
shit.
But
Yeah.
I would say
BK's trash.
90s McDonald's nuggets, back when they were still dark meat. Back when there's still like a piece of gristle in them randomly.
Yeah, there would be.
They were
You'd
really
be like,
good.
"Eh."
Yeah, you'd just be gnawing at it. Just some 9-year-old just like, am I supposed to be chewing this hard on this?
What is this?
Yeah.
The little bit of breading falls off, and you're like, what?
I'm like, why is there an extra nugget inside this nugget?
Yeah. So you would say that. All right. So 90s McDonald's. I mean,
90s nuggets. 90s
McDonald's
McDonald's nuggets.
I remember when I was a kid, so I'm like 30, almost 31. So is that how old are you?
33.
33. Yeah. So we would have been eating McDonald's Happy
Yep.
Meals right around the same age. And I do remember those being awesome.
Congratulations on surviving. The diabetes didn't get us.
Shit.
We made it.
We made it, dude. We did. We made it through. Yeah. I guess, but now it's definitely Wendy's. I can't. Wendy's is the king.
I'll give Wendy's that awesome sauce. Anything I dip in that is fantastic. So we'll put it there. We'll give it. Wendy's is second.
But French fries, Five Guys.
Five Guys, man.
Okay, well,
I
do
don't
they
know
have
if
to
it's
have
a-
a
it's a-
drive-through?
I
Do
think-
they have to have a drive-through in order to be in this
To be
competition?
this fast food
This
competition.
fast food. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we got to set the rules.
You
now.
got to have a drive-through
All right, we're going drive-through.
because that's
Checkers.
fast food.
Checkers and McDonald's. I can't pick between them ever. It's two different vibes, but them
They're two different vibes. Well, so is Five Guys, I guess. But
I guess I feel like they go quality or quantity over quality.
Five Guys is the best fries.
Especially the Cajun.
But fast food, I guess I'm going.
Don't say
go
Wendy's. Arby's.
Curly fries.
Curly fries, huh?
He was like, "What the fuck? I forgot about beef."
I forgot about Arby's. I don't know how Arby's makes a living. Like, I don't get how
Yeah,
they
you
make
just,
it.
like,
Everything
forget
from
about.
there, you got two items you like. You want the fries, or you want the beef and cheddar. You know, the roast beef, and then about everything else is just $17 for no reason. You know,
Fucking is, dude. It's expensive. I like boycotted them after they got rid of this sandwich that I really liked. It was a while ago, but it was like it wasn't like the roast beef, but it was like a
I never did
turkey.
that.
I think
Turkey
it was-
bacon ranch or something like that.
No, it wasn't turkey. I'm sorry. It was a chicken, but it was like shredded up kind of, and it was all made like a chicken sandwich almost. Like it had like a
Like a pulled chicken sandwich.
kind of like that, but it was more shredded. What I remember, but it had this sauce on it that made the sandwich for me. Like I would have put the sauce in anything, and they got rid of the sauce with it. Like they don't have the sauce no more. It was part of like the sandwich or
You
something.
got to start a movement online because you're not gonna beat Arby's.
Yeah,
They'll
well, now
bring
I got to
back-
figure out what the fuck it was called first. I used to remember what it was, and now I've forgotten because it's been so long.
That's how it was with Saskatchewan sauce. I had no memory of that until Rick and Morty brought it up. Then it triggered me. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I
I've
don't.
repressed
I
that.
don't think I probably ever tried it.
And it was like this. I don't want to say like appley. It was kind of like
It looked like something.
I don't know what Saskatchewan tastes like.
Me
I
neither.
haven't been there, but like
Who the fuck is where is that? Somewhere in China?
it's somewhere in either China or Hong Kong.
Saskatchewan.
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't realize how close Nova Scotia was.
So I still don't know where Nova Scotia is.
It's also just right off Maine.
Really?
Yeah, the state of Maine. You just look over and like there's fucking Nova Scotia.
It was crazy.
Doesn't
'cause I
that
always think
sound like
that sounds Swedish to me? You know.
Yeah, but it also sounds like
Dutch.
something that would just be like bumfuck Egypt, like way up by the North Pole or something, like Nova Scotia.
Or we still discovering
yeah.
teeth from 65 million years ago and shit.
What do you think's more discovered, North Pole or South Pole?
Probably the north.
You think so?
I would say so. Because that's the one that's green, right? That's closer to greenery.
Is it?
I would say
Well, Greenland and Iceland are
Are
like totally
opposites, yeah.
opposite.
like Iceland is the green area and Greenland
Yeah.
is the icy.
Why the fuck do they do that?
I don't know. I feel like our language is pointless at this point.
Yeah.
That's why I hate grammar Nazis, man.
Yeah.
There's no point to these words. But
yeah. As long as you can understand
Yeah.
kind of what they're saying.
you just want to be pompous. You'd be like, well, I learned this 17
I mean,
syllable
it's
word.
funny to make fun of it, you know. Sometimes, like my wife will like mess up and say something, and I'll be like, "Brr," you know, like whatever she said, and then we laugh about it. But it's like I knew what you were saying. Like there's no, it's but everything's different in real life versus like a grammar Nazi online. Like who the fuck's a grammar Nazi in real life? Like you can't be unless you're correcting somebody's speech.
feel
So then,
like-
are you a speech Nazi?
Maybe. Or maybe just a regular Nazi.
Everybody's probably got that friend. Yeah, right. No shit.
Right,
Under
maybe a
disguise,
neo-Nazi.
just like peels off, comes out as a Nazi.
It's pronounced there.
Comes back in. It's like, oh, sorry.
Puts his Chick-fil-A uniform back on.
My Nazi slipped out. What?
So they put that Chick-fil-A uniform right back on.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're obviously not a Chick-fil-A hater.
Well, I love Chick-fil-A. I'm just regretful that I do. Every time.
Right.
I used to go into Chick-fil-A like people used to walk into porn stores in the 90s, you know, in a trench coat and some shades, just like, hey, let me get some of them tenders and that Roe v. lemonade, you know?
Yeah. Oh. First time I tried Chick-fil-A was when they built one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, fucking finally, let's go try it. So we went. And by the way, if you're ever afraid of the line, don't be. Because that fucking line is fast in that drive.
Yeah, they fly through.
Holy shit.
And they soothe you while you're in the line waiting, you know? They're just like,
the
hey, I'm
fact
sorry
that-
it's taking us so
Yeah.
long. You need a massage? You know? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised, man. But seriously, yeah, you roll up there and they got like the 3 lines and they merge them into 2 and your order's already being taken. And they got like, dude, it's on lockdown, dude.
man, they got a beautiful system.
Yeah.
That's how they
you can't
keep
beat
winning.
it.
You can't.
You can't beat it,
You
dude.
can't.
You can't fucking, you might as well just join it.
And
I fucking
have.
tried that shit and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
It's
And
like
then
all-
it was like
everything I used to
shortly
be
after that, everybody was like, fuck Chick-fil-A. And I was like, no, wait, no, I just found this awesome place. Why?
And that's why you got to sneak in. That's why you can't be a part of the society. When you go into Chick-fil-A, you like, this is for me.
Yeah, this is completely for me, guys. And then
Yeah, then you can put your uniform
you
back
gotta be
on.
shamed for it. Like, you gotta eat it in shame.
Well, I'm a comic, so I've lost the shame ability, man. So
Right.
You
You
know,
gotta
I
have no shame.
yeah, you're just eating it in front of people and be at a pride rally, be like, I'm in support. You know, eating tenders.
Yeah, I know. I that's a. It's kind of like, but when everybody started boycotting, what was it, Home Depot?
What'd they do?
Apparently, some guy, like, he was I think it was the former owner, like, donated to the Trump fund.
Oh yeah, that list they released. That's what got Chick-fil-A caught, wasn't it? Wendy's, then Chick-fil-A, all of them.
Yeah, there was all those
The
on
whole
there,
list.
yeah.
Man,
And then everybody's like, cancel them all. I'm like, you can't fucking cancel them all, dude.
it's a weird system when you think about it, because it's like, why would anyone who makes money not be pro-conservative? Conservative politics is usually, if you're making a certain amount of money, it's going to make you more money.
Right.
So it's really hard not to be. That's why people can be fiscally conservative. But
Right.
It
Yeah,
depends.
you can break it all down.
You're constantly weighing.
That would be me, though. I
what,
would be
fiscally
one of,
conservative.
no, probably one of those that would be like broken into all those little categories. Like, I'm hypothetically, I'm fiscally conservative, but I'm very liberal in this part,
Yeah,
or
over
you know,
here and split it down.
like, you know, I like gun rights, but I support LGBTQ. You know, like, I will do what you want, but do what you want. You know what I mean?
I hope
that would be
everybody's
me.
happy.
Yeah.
They're not.
But
But
they're not. But that's kind of how I roll. That's why I've just slowly rolled over to the dead party of libertarian, because I'm just like, do what the fuck you want.
oh man, libertarian. That's like Kobe and your vote right into the trash.
It is until more. I think it is until more people just
Start to fall into it. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot of people there. Well, there is every year a lot of people say, I like the ticket, but it's not going to win.
Exactly.
It's not going to win because you're not going to vote.
Well, because that number.
If everybody
is so
would just vote, you would be surprised. You can turn an election around.
true.
By winning a few states, you fuck it.
But you see those numbers, when you see those bipartisan numbers, it's like, oh, we don't have those numbers with the libertarian, you know, pragmatism isn't going to win. You need to be one extreme or the other, you know? So it's like, there's no middle ground people are really diving into yet.
And I would feel like it's more Democrats that would be on that wavering scale of libertarian, and
Yeah.
younger Republican leaning, because I don't think you could have a side yet. Like
Yeah,
when
new,
you're younger.
new, yeah, new
Yeah, you don't-
conservatives.
yeah,
I was born into this. I didn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of deal. So that's kind of what they think. But so they're young. They're the ones that are probably the ones that are teetering. You know, it's this old population that's just, you know, just and
They're stuck. You can't.
and the people that have just been like just stuck in like Congress and stuff for so fucking long, and that's
They're becoming anarchists. They're like, I just want this place to burn, so I don't have to come here and fill out another form.
exactly.
Yeah.
But that's where like I get into like all these rights, like the gay rights and the you know, the Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. I'm like, a lot of this is fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you're fighting against a wall because the wall is the old fuck sitting in those chairs.
The wall has been unmoved for so long, and you just been.
Does it make sense to you when I say it's more? I mean, you need to voice it. You need to. You need to voice everything. Everything needs to happen, but with an understanding of it, we're still up against time here.
Right. I honestly like the protests. I sit there with my friends all the time. I'd be like, we didn't really get much out of that. We got a couple of streets, you know, and those got painted over a couple of times. Like it's like that change that we affected there isn't even something we're gonna see yet, because it was really just people changing. The numbers of that were so huge, of the people looking at it, the people paying attention to it, the families arguing within the families. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden you got people who are arguing with their families about their conservative views, and they're like, well, I don't agree with that anymore. And they're stepping away from their families to start a whole liberal branch of their families. And those kids growing up are gonna be different mindsets. You know, so that's not that conservatives aren't fucking, but
right,
you know, they're
right.
making kids too, but
Right.
usually younger, you get a mindset and you get to flip that quicker, you know. That changes, and once you're an adult, you're a person with these new thoughts and ways of thinking that people before didn't have. I said all the time with pride, you know, LGBTQ rights, all of that. If you looked at me in the 90s, horrible example of an ally, you know.
Oh yeah.
But if you look at what I know now, and it's become different things. But if I go through my first mind, like I'd be like, oh, that's gay.
Yes.
You know, but I have the filter in my head that goes, oh, wait, you know this now. Don't use that.
Yes.
But a kid born is going to be like, I don't need that filter. It's immediately just wrong. You know? And now they go up. They'll figure out some new problem down the line, you know.
Man, yeah, that's that. Me and Jesse, who's normally here, we were just talking about that. Same thing about how when you were younger, that's what it was. It was
that was the norm of society.
If something was stupid, you called it gay. Basically, another word for gay, like, oh, that's gay.
Yeah, yep. You had no clue.
You didn't
even have a frame of reference for what gay was. You just knew it was this. It was a negative.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, "Well, I'm gay," and it's like, "Well, you're trying to console them." No, man, you're cool. You're cool. And it's like, no, I'm like, I'm actually gay. And I was like, what does that mean? And then you find out that they're a whole group of people. Right. They put you onto a couple of TV shows. You're like, Will and Grace. Oh, you're people. I didn't know that. So that probably sounds bad when you say that. It's negative for everything, huh?
Oh yeah, Will and Grace too.
That was the first thing I ever saw. I was just like, this shit is funny. And I was like, how do I tell people?
How do I tell people that this shit is funny?
How do I tell people that this is funny?
Dude, yeah.
Because everybody I know is going to be like, what the fuck are you even watching that for? I'm like, I don't got cable, man. The WB was on. Karen, bro, she be getting them in. It's just, there's no conversation you can have until the world kind of starts thinking about it at the same time, you know? Movies come out. That's what representation does for you. You know, you get the movies come out. Now you seeing a little more of what it means to be those people, what it means to be whoever the societal group is. Right. You see a little more, and then you start to ask questions. Then you start to read up. Then you start to learn more, and then you're like, oh. And then the society is different.
But that is all a reference to time too.
Yeah, everything.
It just takes time, and then it just like with it being more brought up and attention to it and everything. Then minds change. Like you gotta, minds like adapt to. Okay, we can't say that.
Right.
To where time with other issues such as race and other things is like these fucking old fucks are just a time block to me.
Well, they're trapped in theirs.
You know what
And
I
they
mean?
didn't get that information, and
We
now
gotta
it
get
seems
them
strange
out.
and rude. You know,
We got to
like,
get them out, and you got to get them term limits for me. That's what I mean. You got to, like, you can't just sit in the chair and be like, that's it until you die. That's
True.
literally the way it is.
That is the way it is. There has to be a system for that. But there's
Wow,
also
man. So you got people that are in there like that were involved when all that stuff was going on.
But I feel like you do still need people who've seen all of it, who've seen like the period of time where things were this, the period of time where things were here.
Advisors.
You know, people, wisdom of some sorts,
Chief
like,
advisor of whatever.
and they can be like, hey, that's what you're saying is great, but the world is here right now, so we have to move this way.
But they can't be the ultimate decider.
No, they shouldn't be,
The advisor.
because they'll hold on to old beliefs for too long.
Right.
Then no new ideas can get through.
Or maybe you give them like a 2/5 vote or something. Like his vote counts for 2 or something like that. I don't know.
It's just gonna take the old 3/5. Like, we have a new compromise for government officials.
Yeah.
It's called the 2/5.
The 2/5. You now have 2/5, not just 1, but 2. Damn, that's fucked up. You want a beer, man?
Absolutely, man.
Totally forgot I had some.
This is quality, man.
Quality.
2-ply tissue,
2-ply.
beer,
Platinum.
weed, platinum. I don't even know what that means in this.
2-ply. Man, now I gotta really pay attention. I know it's not 1-ply, but 1-ply is what you get at fucking work, like a factory.
Yeah, I say that all the time. You can never. If you want to judge the value of your job, if you go to an interview, go in the bathroom, look at the tissue, and you'll see how much they value the employees. They're like, you 1-ply ass employee. Nothing about you is essential.
But honestly, there has only been, because I've been being a custodian now for like almost 9 years now, I think. And there was only probably a handful of places that I actually stocked with regular rolled toilet
Actual
paper.
quality tissue.
Yeah,
At least you go to Sam's Club, man. You can get a pack.
that was it, man.
I don't know how cheap. I breathed on that tissue once and it split. Like, it just, I was like, oh, I'm not putting this anywhere near my sensitive areas.
Yes, unless I'm quadrupling up.
Right. It was
Yeah.
like a half a roll on my.
So here's a question. So are you when you wipe, are you a folder or are you a crumbler?
You guys ask the real questions here, man. This is why I'm a fuck with the Obscure podcast. I'm a folder.
I'm a folder too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something. I'm classy. I think that's why.
Yeah.
I know what a salad fork is. So I fold. You know.
I know what a salad fork is. Yeah, dude. I fold. You can, so you roll it way out, give it a nice fold, and then you go for the double fold. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Now I'm probably a waster, but I double fold, and then you can wipe, and then you can look at this. Check this out. I don't know if you do this, but you can fold over, wipe.
A third. Oh,
Like,
you know, the
so you
first time.
got, this is the wipe. So you wiped, right? But
Mhm.
you have all this toilet paper. You can fold it over it like that. Wipe, unfold, fold, wipe, fold, wipe.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that system.
No, it depends. Because I mean, if you had a real fucking doozy in there, obviously that first wipe's gonna be a handful. So it depends on where you're at in your wiping process.
What did physics teach you?
You can really break that shit down, man.
There's a lecture at Stanford. He's like, today we're going to be discussing the benefits of the flag fold, as I call it.
Yeah, the flag fold. And then you can put it in a triangle. And you can get right into the crevices there with that pointer.
Here to discuss this further is Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Or you get Morgan Freeman in to like narrate it. I'm Morgan Freeman. This is how to wipe a butt.
3 Oscar nominations. I mean, from that commercial, that Charmin commercial.
The Charmin. Them fucking bears, dude. I wonder where they're located.
I don't know.
These are California bears. Are they mountain bears? Or
Where did they learn about tissue? You know?
exactly.
And do they look down on other bears? Are they
That
just
don't
like,
use
wow,
tissue?
you haven't evolved at all? You know,
They're
They look-
probably really good friends with like Bernstein bears.
yeah. I used to
Or
think
is
about
it Bernstein? How do you say their name?
I don't know. Are they Jewish?
Fuck.
That's a good question.
Wouldn't it be more Stein then? Or no, Stein would be like German.
It's like the Bernstein Bears. It's the Steen.
It's Bernstein.
Yeah. So I've gone to enough law
Bernstein.
offices. I feel like
Dude, that fucking guy, they kicked that fucking the blind dude out of the commercials, man.
out of the Sam Bernstein commercials,
The last couple that I've seen, I don't have cable, but so I see him like
the old,
randomly.
yeah, the oldest guy. The whole family has a problem. So he has some strong genetics, but like,
Yeah.
I remember they had one son. He had straight eyes, and I was like, I don't even trust his business. You know, I thought they could see the problem from all sides.
Yeah.
That was the Bernstein advantage. You
The
know?
Bernstein advantage. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Not the blind guy ain't seeing shit. He's just feeling his way through this case.
Imagine turning 6. He's like, son, I want to let you know about the time frame you have for vision. Every year, your eye is going to get a little lazier.
Lazier and lazier. Well, then the sister or whatever, she's got to be in for it because she always looked like she was high.
Yeah.
She's just like the Bernstein advantage.
She's a public defendant.
Yeah, she's the one that you get corner pointed. Quarter pointed lawyer.
Man.
Luckily, I never had to have one. I didn't have to go to court, but it was over noise ordinance and disorderly conduct.
You know, I'm looking at the wall like Slipknot, Pink Floyd, Metallica, noise ordinance. That seems about right. You went for it.
No, man, actually, it was a bunch of bullshit, and the fucking judge agreed. I had the cops called on me 18 times, 17 or 18 times, and only 2 of them were past 10. All of them were like 3:30 in the afternoon.
I hope to never live in a neighborhood people can do that in.
Dude,
Where people are passionate enough to call someone, you know?
He was just pissed because they just got a new baby. But I had a band, so we were jamming. And I'm like, it's 3:30 in the fucking afternoon, bro. Like,
He's
we're
like,
jamming.
I had a band. I weighed your child versus my dreams. And I choose my dreams, bro. Fuck Kenneth.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon, bro. Like, deal
He
with
needs
it.
to learn about life.
Yeah, this shit doesn't happen every damn day. Oh, yeah.
Like, we're in the zone, bro.
My friends would be all paranoid every time because we'd be fucking high and shit. And then the cops would come. I'd be like, it's all right, dude. I'll fucking handle it. I live here. Just stay over here. We'll be fine.
Why is it? It is funny. I notice when people get the police called to their house, like for a noise complaint, the house is loud as shit. But then when the police get there, like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I know we're probably too loud in there. You know, now you're whispering. Cops like, I can't even hear. I can hear you. He's like, yeah, we're gonna turn that down. And all of a sudden, it's
Speak up,
NPR. You know?
Yeah. Speak up, bud, please. Yeah. Then the one time we thought it was cops, but it was actually my now wife's mom. She was just pounding at the back or the door, like, trying to get our attention or something. There's something. We're like, who the fuck is it? We were all high. She didn't know we got high yet. She got high.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say she.
But she did. But
learn that
she didn't know that we were getting high yet. So then we're like, "It's worse. It's your mom." Because we had already been through, cops umpteen times getting called for the band and shit. Like, that was no big deal. I was like, "It's your mom." Fuck. There's a lot of people there. All the friends were there.
Cops 18 times, mom 1. You like, look, we need to break up. This band's done.
Done. Everything. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, you remember the first time you got high?
Yeah, I was 14.
14.
Yep. Too young to be smoking, but smoking.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I wasn't far after that.
that was the snack era. That was my favorite. era of being high. You were so high. The munchies were incredible. Everything was amazing.
Yes.
I hate how jaded I am by weed now. I'm just like, yeah, I'm high.
Did you get high the first time you smoked?
Yeah, I definitely did because I over smoked. I was trying to look cool. So I was like, yeah, I got this. It was like, no tolerance.
It was like the second time for me. That's when I got really high. First time it was all right, I guess. I was like, I don't know if I'm really
Not really sure.
Like, I kind of got the
feeling.
giggles a little bit, you know, but not that much. And then we smoked again, and I was like, fuck, now I'm high. Yeah, and then I just remember, going down, raiding the cupboards and shit. My friend, it was my best friend at the time, and he's gone now, but it was his brother, his younger brother. So he's younger than me too, and then he's getting high with us and shit. And then I just remember him bringing me down. He's like, here's all the snacks too, because he knew like I was just got high for like basically the first time, and he's like, I'm like, oh, and then you just hear Linton, we just hear his mom in the background, you stoners better not be eating all my fucking food. And I was just like weird. And like her mom, or like his mom was like fucking kind of one of those like scary, like, I don't want to fucking make you mad type of deals.
It's like, oh, okay.
So as soon as she did that, like the
she's
high,
throwing shit at you.
Then the high's like, oh fuck, grab your food, go.
Just stuffing chips into your pockets. Like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get back at you next week.
No, man, no, we went right back upstairs. So I was like, no, I ain't leaving yet.
Man, that was the Lil Debbie era, man. First time I got high.
Yeah.
Lil Debbie, Ho-Hos, Twinkies, and all of the sweets, pizza,
little cupcakes,
everything, man.
Oh yeah. Have a fucking party with all of your food.
It was great. There was no risk of diabetes yet.
Oh, yeah. We were like, what is that?
Right. Like, diabetes. I'm invincible. I'm 12.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I didn't even think about any of that shit for a long time. I didn't even care.
Right? That's the worst part of turning 30. Is realizing, I'll have to probably start caring. Things are working a little different.
Yeah,
like,
dude. What is it?
Oh.
It's 30, man. That's what it is. As soon as you turn 30, like, you're like, whoa, shit ain't right. I need to see a doctor. Call me a doctor.
I haven't seen a doctor in like 6 years.
Yeah, I haven't seen a fucking...
I have no idea what my body is doing inside here right now. I hope it's good.
Yeah,
I hope it's
dude,
good, man.
That's true. I haven't seen a doctor in a long time. Well, I guess it was for a fucking job. I had to go get a physical, but that's like get you in and out, dude. Right. You're done.
And so at most, it's like, oh, here's a drug test. And I'm like, all right, but do I have to see a doctor? Because never mind on this job.
He's like, oh, your lungs sound great. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll take that for another 5 years.
That'll do me. That'll do me for a while. BMI, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad, bro.
I can work that out for 10 years.
I haven't been working out, so maybe if I just work out once a month, it'll do its job.
You know what? It does. It does in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know if smoking offsets that, but it balances out. Me, actually, in a couple of comics, just started a weight loss competition. Say me, Cam Honeyanger, Ben Moffitt, Dave Steves, Carol Williams, Brianna Blackburn. We all just started this. I guess we're the fat comics. So we all just started this competition. I should say right now, they're all fat pieces of shit. They'll never make it. But like, I'm about to make it.
Right.
You know, this beer isn't gonna hold me back.
No.
From my weight loss dreams of winning $200. You know.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, it's light. It's a Bud Light, so that means there's like no calories.
Oh, is that what the platinum is?
No, platinum just means it's 6% alcohol instead of 3 point whatever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Marketing isn't great, man.
Yeah.
Like, no, put the word platinum on.
Oh, okay.
That's more hops.
There's 139 calories. Are you counting your calories and all that?
Yeah,
or are you just
counting
like
them, intermittent fasting, all of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how long has this been going on for?
Just started on June 1st.
Just started June 1st.
Yeah.
All right.
So
You're
yesterday.
like, yeah, I've been doing all that.
Yeah, man, I've been keeping it up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
right.
the future of weight loss. Young Richard Simmons, that's what they call me.
Yeah.
But
Richard
I feel like
Simmons.
I feel like it's the only way I can actually do it because I've lost weight twice in heavy amounts. 125 the first time. 115 the second time, and always gaining back. The hard part of weight loss isn't losing the weight.
Right.
It's not eating again, like figuring out normal habits. And you just like, you had them, and then you try pizza once, and you're like, fuck, right, this is way better. A year and a half of hitting it.
Right.
Killing salmon every day. Chicken grilled always. And then you have one crispy chicken sandwich, and you're like, oh, shit, that's right. That year was not worth it at all. Like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know what the game is.
I did
A healthy cocaine diet.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
I did the keto.
Yeah?
And that was after my daughter. Was it my last daughter? I think it was after my first. Because I gained weight too.
Like crazy.
I did. Like, I went right along with her. And I was like gaining some weight. And I'm like, fuck. Got to do something. So I just went on keto and I lost like fucking 13 pounds.
Nice.
And
So
then-
keto works, huh?
Oh, it does. It does. Because you can eat like as much as you want as long as it's basically like meat and vegetables. Like you can fucking throw down on bacon.
So
Like,
that
we be
count,
cooking
'cause
bacon.
it's the
all-
other white meat.
Yeah, dude. We be eating a lot of bacon and like, fish and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, stay away from the fucking
Fried
everything.
foods, bread.
I forget what I would have for snacks, like probably like jerky or some stuff like that. But you just, even to like jumpstart it, like jumpstart your diet, like, all right, yeah, get some down on the scales to get you going. And then you
That
can,
ketosis.
yeah, and then you can incorporate, I know I never follow it completely right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
And even
a
still,
fucking,
it hit
I'm not
that's-
I'm not a fucking weight loss Nazi. I went into it like, I need to lose some weight, so let's give this a shot. Because I like meat. I like every dinner doesn't seem complete unless there's like meat.
There's a quality meat on the table.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Doesn't seem like a dinner.
Yeah, that's how I feel about mac and cheese. When people are like, hey, let me get a mac and cheese, that's a dinner. And I'm like, how? Where's the meat? Throw something on there. Where's any vegetable? But like
That ain't a dinner, dude.
no, it's not. It's not a meal. It's not a meal.
Spaghetti's even hard.
Yeah.
But you got to have meat in the sauce.
Yeah.
If you have meat in the sauce, then it's a dinner. If you just have sauce and noodles.
See, this is either my mom loved me or she hated me. I have no idea. But she would throw sausage and pepperoni in her spaghetti.
And meat?
And
like
the
hamburger?
meat sauce. And the meat sauce.
So it was sausage instead of hamburger.
Yeah, it was no. It was like the meat sauce had like some hamburger in it, but she would throw sausage in it and pepperoni.
And pepperoni. That's not gonna be it.
It was a fantastic spaghetti. I don't know if my heart would agree, but
Dude, that sounds pretty good.
yeah, this is why I had no chance.
No chance from the start, dude.
And then she'd ask questions like, "Why are you getting so big?" I was like, "I have no
My
idea."
grandma would put like fucking cinnamon on the noodles, dude.
Of spaghetti?
Yeah. It was fucking gross.
Okay, cinnamon.
Cinnamon,
On
bro.
She
That's like
you got these
unheard of,
churro
man.
noodles. I don't, man.
Man, what the fuck, dude? Cinnamon don't belong on a pasta noodle.
No, I don't think sweet belongs on anything that's supposed to be savory. Like
people fucking
people
get
put sugar
off on that
in
shit.
spaghetti. Like people down south, spaghetti has
Why
sugar.
does it have to be so sweet?
I don't know. I feel
Dinner,
like
dinner
everything
is
got sugar in
not
it.
sweet. Dinner, not sweet. Dessert, sweet. Don't fucking combine the two. Don't mind fuck
don't
dinner.
Pineapple my pizza. You fucking
yeah.
psycho. Yeah, like why?
Yeah.
Why do you want to
Get
blend
that
these
shit
worlds?
out of here, dude.
That's crazy because I'm always talking about integration.
Not for food.
Not for food though.
Not for food.
Not segregation all the way.
Segregate. We're making the fucking separator plates popular again, bitches.
And those yams should never touch that steak. None of that.
Well, I mean, I will mix though. I'll mix like fucking like corn and like green beans and potatoes and shit, and just fucking eat it like that.
That's the only way you can really eat corns and green beans. I mean, vegetables are awful. I've never had a vegetable I've been like, this is amazing.
Even corn.
Even corn has like no value.
I know, but it's like you can be like, I
had a vegetable. Like it was mostly water.
Oh, my wife hates it. She hates like, why corn? I'm like, because it fucking tastes good. She's like, there's nothing to it.
There's
I'm like, I don't
nothing to
care.
it at all. And then you
Mix
know what's
it with
funny?
the green beans.
The
Then.
best corn is the Hispanics have just completely made it horrible for you. And it's
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
true.
Elote is the best. But It's corn already has no value, and the value it adds is all diabetes.
How about cauliflower?
I haven't tried. No, I don't.
I don't like broccoli.
cauliflower.
I hate broccoli.
Broccoli is the one I can mess with.
Really?
Broccoli, yeah.
I don't like broccoli, but I was like, I'm definitely not gonna like that big old white fucking broccoli plant. Dude, so maybe I'll like broccoli this way. We haven't tried it, but you fucking season it all with a bunch of like garlic and butter and all that shit. You make it terrible for you, and then you fucking
use real
put
butter.
it on the grill.
Yep. It's like, that works for corn too for me. Corn on the
That's
cob
good.
is fantastic, but it's still not doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
But broccoli, butter, salt, pepper, I mean, you can do it that simple. And as long as you're not like slathering it up in whipped cheese and all of that, but
yeah,
it's worth it.
Cheese.
It's
No
worth
cheese on the broccoli.
I don't know why people want to add cheese to everything. I do
People
know
will
why.
get broccoli and cheese to dip. They'll dip it in the cheese and eat it that way.
And these people are smart. They figured out a way to make
I don't
it
really
edible.
like cheese like that though.
You keep saying these controversial things, man. Like, you don't like cheese. Corn is healthy.
No, I didn't say corn's healthy.
That's what I heard. That's what I'm gonna tell myself for these next 2 months on this diet. Like, well, corn.
Well, fucking corn, man.
Yeah, it's like I had a vegetable.
I had a vegetable along with the meat.
Along with that full T-bone steak.
And that half pound of bacon.
And then the bacon jerky as a snack.
But you can eat eggs though too.
Well, eggs work for me.
So what I was doing is you fuck with hard boiled eggs?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, dude, hard boiled eggs. I had deviled eggs at the best. I don't know why they call them deviled eggs, but you know what I'm talking about?
They're enjoyable.
Oh,
And anything that's enjoyable is the work of the devil.
That's true.
God is about suffering. But suffering for your afterlife. You did it.
You did.
You did it, man. You suffered
it,
enough
friend.
and you made it.
You did it.
But man, deviled eggs are good. I don't like. They are good, but I hate texture that's runny or anything that's not like a scramble or a hard. It has to be a hard egg for me. Yeah.
So you don't like ice cream?
Yeah, that's different.
Why?
That's a whole different
It's
beast.
runny.
Because it's not a baby chicken that's just liquefied in your mouth.
Yeah, if you mix like mayonnaise and shit like that, it ain't just baby chicken.
If somebody ground up a cow for you and just let it leak on you, it's been completely cooked. You're like, here, just put this in your mouth. Let it leak all over your tongue. Get that on your palate, And you'll be like, oh, I just ate this liquid cow.
You like that? You like that? No, but hard-boiled eggs, dude. That's what I would do. I would make hard-boiled eggs so I can have those ready in the morning for breakfast. And I just take like 3 of them or something, eat those for breakfast.
See, and they're low on calories too. They're like 75 in
Get
an
a
egg.
bunch of protein.
Yeah, and the protein is high. But apparently the yolk is bad for you.
No, I hate the yolk.
Yeah, I'm always eating the yolk.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was
What
like,
the fuck, man?
What's the point? I was like, why did we even kill this animal if I'm just gonna eat the shell? Like that's stupid.
How you fuck with your eggs, man?
Scrambled or over hard?
Over hard.
Yeah, so scrambled, fried, over hard, but never sunny side, never runny.
You don't want the. Oh
I
yeah, you don't like the
run,
runny,
man.
You don't like the
I
runny.
don't like the run. When I see people eating, I'm like, how are you doing that? It's like, it's something about it.
I do. Something about it, man. I dip my toast in it.
Right. I like to dip other animals into it.
No, man. I do over medium.
Over medium?
Yeah, because I want a little bit of yolk in there. I don't want it like to where like I'm going like that and it's like, it's like,
Yeah, it's bubbled.
Yeah, that's too much yolk. That's way too much. So I do the over medium, and I'd rather just if they fuck up, I'd rather them just end up hard than
unhard.
Yeah.
That medium is because it's like Jello. Then it's like
it's
egg
just
Jell-O.
like steaks. What you do with your steaks, man? How you fuck?
Depends on the steak. If we're going
Okay.
if we're going a low quality steak, I don't mind being medium to well, despite how angry that makes the world. But when it's like a Wagyu or something like that's got a high fat content, I don't mind a medium rare,
Right.
like stuff like that. But it depends, man. Each steak is different. It's very special. They're all special snowflakes.
Right.
I love them each individually in their own ways. I would raise a good steak. Yeah.
Yeah.
More than I would my own daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
She
get
likes steak
yourself a
too. She
cow,
picked that over me for sure.
You get yourself cow then.
And then you can eat them,
And then you can eat them. Yeah.
They can like actually give back.
Exactly. Tell me how udder tastes.
I don't want to know.
I wonder if people do that.
Eat udder. I feel like there's got to be somebody who's not letting that go to waste. What do you mean?
Nothing goes to waste on the cow. Suck
don't know.
the hoof, honey.
I don't know. I don't know what's in any fast food meat at all. So they might be like, we just threw them udders right in there.
Yeah.
It gives it a rich, milky taste.
Imagine how much milk has went through these udders. It's milky, okay? I don't care if it's dried up.
Hey, baby, go ahead and put that them udders in that milk marinade.
Yeah. Stir it up for me real quick.
Make it runny, not hard.
Make it runny.
You know I like my udders runny.
Ooh. Wow. Gross.
Udder side up.
Just like pig brain and stuff.
That always blows my mind, too.
Dude.
And apparently it's great for you.
Yeah.
Like all of
I'm
these
sure
animal
brain
brains.
is.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's like liver and onions.
Man.
It's good for you.
It is, but
The
I've never.
liver is.
Have you ever had a liver you enjoyed?
Hell no, I never even tried. I don't even fuck with it. I ain't even trying, man.
My mom used to try to get me with this, like, if you don't eat, you'll have to sit there until you finish it.
Yeah,
in
but
most
they
case
never
scenario,
made
that
liver
won.
and onions.
She made liver and onions one time.
Ooh.
I sat there for 5 hours. 5
You
hours.
held out, bro.
I was like, I'm not gonna do it. This is the worst thing I've ever put inside my mouth. And I feel like there are a lot of people out there who can relate to that in some capacity. But like,
Yep.
For sure. I'm not gonna get involved with this at all. Like, I'd rather die. I'd rather go hungry for days before I eat liver and onions again, man.
Dude.
I'll eat some cow brain
Did you-
before
did
liver and
you
onions because I've
eat-
never had that. So
Did you end up not having to eat it because it was too late?
yeah, once around like midnight, rolled around. She just like, go to bed, go to sleep. She was pissed. She couldn't.
Yeah.
She couldn't
Go to
handle
bed.
taking that defeat. It was my first victory, really.
Yeah, dude. I did a stand like that, but it was from a much lower scale food item, I guess, because it was peas.
For peas,
I fucking hate peas.
I feel
Still
like
to this day, I'll eat them now, but I
Yeah.
mean, I hated them. And I was like, and it was my grandma babysitting.
Yeah.
And this grandma, she was a fucking like military officer.
oh, okay.
when
So
it
she
came
was
to
a
that
peanut.
shit.
Yeah.
When she came to that shit, yeah, she was Nazi. She was like, you won't leave the table. So I had to wait until my mom and dad got home. And that was probably around that time frame, 4 or 5 hours. Sat there because it was dark in the kitchen when they got there. And they're like, what are you doing still sitting here? Because they wouldn't have made me sit there that long. I don't think
the lights were off.
They know it. They know I don't like peas, basically. So they kind of would make me. They'd make different ones, you know, green beans
Yeah.
and peas or whatever. My brother liked peas.
See,
I'm like, dude, I don't know how do you like those? Because he ate all his. He's like, eats all his and leaves, and I'm like, fuck, I hate these things.
yeah, but if you can run through them, like if you mix them with your mashed potatoes or something, you run through them.
You learn that as you get older.
Yeah, but when you
Yeah.
separating, as a kid, I was like, nothing touches each other. So
Yeah,
you
you
eat
definitely.
my sides first and then the main course.
Food segregation is a big thing when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You have to have it all separate. Like the only way I can get my daughter right now to eat her carrots, she's 4. I have a daughter that's 4 and 2.
Congrats, man.
And thank you. And she, only way I can get her to eat carrots or like vegetables right now is like make it like a race. Like I can eat, I bet you I'll eat all my carrots before you eat all yours. And then she's like game and eats the carrots.
Give your kids their first lesson in manipulation.
Yes, yeah. Really? I mean,
It is
that's
weird, man, because like my daughter's 12. I get it. So like,
yeah.
you know,
No,
that
it's
era,
a struggle, but you always have to offer. You have to keep offering.
you have to
the
figure out a
vegetables.
system, something that works, something that gets their mind excited about the prospect. Oh, look, if you don't
Even
eat
if they-
carrots, you'll go blind. You know, shit the parents used to tell me. They're like, well, I don't want to be blind, but now I got like trifocals.
See, I do it the other way around. Like the other day, I was just saying that about carrots because they were giving me shit. That's the same night that I did the race. But I was like, they're good for your eyes. They're good for your eyes and make you see better. Make you.
And what does that mean to a 4? They're like, oh shit, will I be able to like?
Yeah, I don't
see
know.
for
I leave it at
miles?
that.
Can I-
Like you can see better. You know. Who the hell knows? Her
It's like,
eyes
I could probably
could
see
be,
right through this window. I don't have to bring the camera out there anymore.
At this rate, you know, maybe who knows if she doesn't needs glasses. You know, she can see everything fine so far, but it could still be a little.
Right.
Like, did you always had glasses?
No, I actually got them around 10. Yep. That's when the vision was just like, oh, we give up. You know.
Really?
Like,
So
yeah.
was it like a sudden thing?
I wouldn't say it was sudden. It was just like over the course of a year, things was just
Just
more and
going
more blurry.
downhill.
Yeah. You're just
Really?
like, what is going on?
So you were able to just be like, "Yo, mom, what the? I can't see."
Yeah.
Right?
And then, but like, then you go and get it checked out. That was when doctor's visits were mandatory. You know, like
Right,
now,
right.
I've given them up. But like,
Yeah.
it was weird because I remember she was gone and she was holding stuff in front of me and she's like, "Hey, you see that?" I was like, "Yeah, that's perfectly fine." She's like, "Well, what about right here?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, how does that even happen?" You know,
That's crazy.
I can't imagine being able to see something a million miles away. People who are farsighted and you can't see this thing right in your face. Like that's insane to me.
It is.
I hate vision.
Yeah.
I want the surgery, but contacts are
LASIK?
too much. I want LASIK. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Can't
like
do
it's worth it.
contacts. Can't fuck with them.
I want to. I was trying them out. I was like, but I don't want to do this every single day. You know, it's easier to
Putting
just
them
put
in your
something
eye
face.
part is just a freaky thing.
Is it?
That's to me, just because you gotta slide it in there. But you're also talking to somebody like I got blepharitis. I
What
don't
the
know
fuck
if
is that?
Yeah, right. Basically,
It's like it
do you
makes
know
you
what a
sound bad at
sty?
poker.
You know what a sty in your eye is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I get these little tiny ones along my eyelid, and I could have like the most I had at one time. I think was like 10.
Goddamn.
I had like 7 on one side, and like I don't know five or I don't know, however many on the other. But they're just like they look like little tiny like whitehead zits.
Yeah,
almost.
that's basically yeah.
Yeah, but they're really and they're like annoying as fuck. Like sometimes they'll like be like kind of poking in.
Yeah, and then
you're
they're
like,
sensitive.
oh,
and you
yeah.
sliding the contact.
But you're
on.
also anyways to wrap that. I can't believe I remembered how I got here. You're also talking to a person who will take a fucking pair of tweezers though and will fucking grab it and just like just to kind of like pop it almost, and then I'll squeeze it out because they get so bad.
It sounds like you take your eyesight for granted.
They get so bad though.
You
It's
gotta
like
pop 'em.
I gotta do something like because it's just yeah. You can take a warm washcloth, and I've tried it, did it all. I couldn't
Man.
believe what the doctor was like blepharitis. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Who names this shit?
Yeah.
Like why? What does that even mean? Where did that come from? You know, what's the origin?
Well,
Like,
for a
from the
while
Greek
there,
bluffer.
you just try to convince yourself like, oh, it's nothing to worry about. Everybody probably gets these, and then you're just like, fuck, man, I'm gonna go to an eye doctor just to see what's up with this shit. And that's what happened. He's like, I got this. We can have this little cream or whatever. And I'm young. I don't have fucking money for that shit. So, yeah, I was just like, well, I guess I just deal with it.
And you do.
So I used to pop them all the time, but I don't do that anymore because I'm like, this is gonna fuck my eyes.
Because now you're 30 and everything's permanent. You're like, oh, this is not going to heal like it used to.
Yeah, so I just really been dealing with them a lot better, I guess.
So you wear contacts then?
No.
Oh.
So that's what I was saying. I can't get over putting that in my eye, but yet I'll pull my eyelid down and like pop a stop. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just and then you got to remember, like you said, to take them out. You got to put them in like I don't know some sort of solution, right?
Yeah, sit them in there overnight. Let them stay clean. Put them back in. Don't sleep in them. Don't have them in for more than so many hours. Blah blah blah. It's just you can put glasses on and you go, you know, or you could be blind. So
Yeah.
I prefer that. But
Yeah.
I
Just
do
walking
think.
around. Whoa.
My bad. Excuse me.
You're doing a show. You're
Oh shit! I accidentally walked into Chick-fil-A again.
Well,
while I'm here, exactly.
You're doing a show. You're staring at the corner of the crowd the whole night. You're like, yeah.
Just staring at the back wall, like y'all a good crowd. Man.
Y'all are a good crowd, man. Have a good night. You turn around to walk away and you fall off the stage. That is if there was a big stage.
Right? Yeah, there hasn't been yet. you fall off this
Get the-
3-inch
Yeah. That's what a lot of them are.
podium.
Well, a lot of the venues are. I mean, they'll at least put you up a little bit, you know, so you're not on the floor.
That's my ego talking anyway, man. It's just like put me up high. I'm a hero,
Right.
You know.
No, it was always fun. Like even when playing shows, when I was playing shows, it's like, oh yeah, the stage, like Mulligan's, even,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah. Mulligan's has a great stage. Mulligan's has a great vibe,
That's like
Especially
what,
for-
3 or 4 steps
I'm
up.
assuming metal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's like 3 or 4 steps up high. I think,
yeah, like
Mulligan's.
5, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's decent right there. At least you're looking down on the people a little bit when you're doing your set. Not that you have to look
I
down,
know, but it's a weird vibe. Is to be like, all right, so now the attention's all up on me. I'm up here. It feels like I said, this that narcissism that creeps in a little bit. You're just like, I'm killing this shit
yeah,
today.
no, you have to. You have to have a little bit. I mean, to sit there and go through and craft something and promote it and do everything that you can do, you gotta have that. Not that you're a narcissist, but some of that is there.
Yeah, that's what's the other word? Confidence.
Confidence.
It's
Yeah.
okay to be that sometimes.
Yeah, just don't cross
You
the
gotta be
line
like, yeah.
into
Egomania.
Yeah,
Don't fully Kanye yourself.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you're confident in it, yeah, for sure. But you have to have some of that because
I mean,
you
you
gotta
gotta
be able,
believe in it.
especially doing what you do, doing what I do. You know, like it's a one man thing. Pretty
Yeah.
much. You know, I got Jesse here to help me out with cams and stuff, and he shares, and you know, he does that stuff too. He's definitely involved.
Good.
But it's like, you know, it's a one man show. You know, like you got to do all of your self promoting, and
Yeah.
it's different than when you're in a group of like 4 or 5 people.
I feel like not only that, but a group makes it look more fun. When people are seeing, like, it's hard to, you have to be the group. You have to bring that amount of energy solo to people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you have a group, it's just like you can play off of each other a lot more. You can get everybody in. You can kind of like, people see you all having fun together, and they're just like, well, that group's having this kind of
like,
fun. You know?
Kind of like fucking the Blue Collar Comedy Tour or whatever, when there was like 5 of them up on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is a good analogy.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of another one, but that's the one that comes to head.
I mean, like the 85 South show or stuff like that, where it's like when you see a group of people doing something on stage, having fun,
Okay, yeah.
it makes it look a lot like, oh, okay. If you're doing something alone, then look at this weirdo. That's already the first thought. It's like this one weirdo has this belief, you know,
Yeah.
that what they're doing is interesting. So you have to be that interesting.
Yeah.
But like if you're in the group, it's easier. It's like, well, this is a group, and I got a group of friends. I want to look cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the funny guy in my group. That's the guy you get at every comedy show.
Yeah.
I'm funny. My mom says I got some great jokes.
Shit. I've said that before too. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm, you know, I could be hilarious at home. You know, walking, you know, just upstairs, me and wife and stuff.
Yeah.
I can have her rolling, dude. Like, and I'll be laughing my ass because
Yeah.
I laugh at all my own jokes.
Me too. You're not alone. That's okay.
It's okay. It's okay to do that, especially if you're. Who did I see? Dante up there. He laughs after every joke.
Man, that's part of what makes a lot of his stuff hit harder.
It is.
Yeah,
it
like
is.
that laugh is just
that laugh.
fantastic.
It gets it. It gets
That giggle, man.
It does.
Dante
He was
my
funny.
hero.
He was really funny. Really funny. I caught him at Parrots. You were supposed to be there that night, actually.
Was I?
Yeah.
When was this?
Something must happen because we had to walk him a month ago or something, probably.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, man, when did I miss a Parrot show? That's the best room for comics to practice in. Like,
Yeah.
there's no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd is pretty easy going. They're chilling. Everybody's drinking. You get in there and get a few jokes in.
Yep.
Shout out to 100 Miles for
Yeah.
keeping that going, especially while he's on his run right now.
Yeah, he's gotten some fill-in hosts. Alex,
Yep.
How do you say his last name?
Plotkowski.
Plotkowski. That's how I would have said it.
I was hoping that was right.
That's
Because
how
I've
I
known
would
him a
say
long enough time to get it right, but
Well, I've seen him fill in, hosting a couple times. So yeah, it's just keeping it going. Exactly. Like the bartender that was there that night, he's like, just seems like he's just, you know, it's cool to hang out for a while.
yeah. Yep.
You don't mind it as long as the bar doesn't mind. Yeah, keep it fucking going. It's a
The
good,
bartender's heavily invested.
you know.
He's always invested at Parrots. He's always trying to put in input. He's the best heckler you can have. Like, he's a lot of fun.
Right.
And so the vibe there is so loose.
Yeah.
So here smacking the mic.
It
The vibe
reminds
is so
me
loose.
of
It's good.
BMO's in Bay City. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No. Never even heard of it. But is that for music or?
Yeah, music. They started doing a little comedy thing there too.
Nice.
It's kind of like a Mulligan's. I would equate it to a little, but except it doesn't have a separate room. But that's the kind of feel.
But it has
What
that, like,
Parrots,
seedy
it's-
vibe.
Well, no, take that back. It's Parrots, but with a little bit bigger and a stage.
Okay, so like if Parrots and Mulligans had a
Kinda
love
like-
baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's really cool. It's a really cool place. But yeah, it's kind of like that.
B-No's.
It
I'm gonna have
reminded
to look that up.
me of sitting in BMO's. Because I'm like, yeah, this is kind of comfy. People say it's a dirty, nasty place on reviews.
But that's usually that's the best places.
Yeah.
Like weirdly, because the bar is so low. If you're drinking there regularly in this place, that definitely has a staph infection of some kind. And you're just like, those people don't care. You know, they're just like.
Do they got a trough
Good
there?
vibe.
I didn't go in the bathroom.
And
Do they
Parrots?
Yeah, do they got a trough
Yeah, I
or
don't
urinals?
think they have a trough and a toilet.
So you got
And-
the trough where everybody pees in the
Yeah,
same thing.
yep.
Do they?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I called
Very
it.
European.
I didn't even check out the bathroom, but I called it. I was like, they got a trough there. Dude.
Man, it's not even.
I'm honestly, I'm not using the trough, dude. I'm gonna go to the toilet.
I'm pretty sure their toilets their paper is one ply for sure, and
Yeah.
there's bar soap. In the
bar
It's
soap?
bar soap instead
Gross.
of like the whatever toilet bars are.
Yeah, it
I
is
don't know any of
gross.
those brands. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but everybody carries sanitizer
Yeah,
nowadays. So.
all during COVID, it was just the bar soap. I'm like, you guys learned nothing.
No, so using the trough, or are you gonna go to the toilet?
Well, I have too much confidence, so I like to use the trough. I either want
You
to
just
see
like
if I
to
can
use
put
the
people
trough.
off, or to the toilet, or who's brave enough to stand beside.
How about when you're using the urinal and there's like multiple and they come and stand right the one next to you?
That's always off-putting. It's like, why did you choose me
Why?
out of everything? It's like, what is it about me that made you want to get in close? You know,
Exactly, dude.
I don't know if I should be like terrified or just really honored. Like, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I am worth this. I am worth. Yeah, take a look. Take a look. bro. Go
Yeah.
for it.
So
You've earned it.
but you're using the higher urinals because you're a lot taller, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I prefer the short
It
stack.
depends. The short. I've been in the short stack before, and
Right.
you don't have a choice.
Some of them you don't have a choice
Right.
because the urinals just go run into the ground. You ever been to any of those?
The ones that go
What's
straight,
like
yeah,
just
they're like
straight,
a wall, but
yeah.
there's a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, those ones. What the
Man.
fuck, man?
Those are usually.
Lazy.
Well, then, I mean, now it really doesn't even matter. You go to like a bar or a club or anything like that, and you go in there. It's just men and women all in the bathroom, and the men are at the trough, the urinals, and the women are in the seats. And you just like, cool, this just works out.
Yeah.
There's no order of operation anymore. People are shitting in the sink.
Yeah. Dude, we were just out like hiked 10 miles into this campsite, and they actually had like, it was like campsite set up there, and they had two bathrooms, and it was a men's and a women's. I'm like, why the fuck is there even a men's and a women's out here? Just make their single stall bathrooms. Just whoever.
Get
Come
here.
on, man. If it's a single stall, like, it's just whoever. Because that morning, a woman walks up, and my wife was in there, and I said, oh, she's in there. She goes, oh, is there anybody in that one? I was like, oh, no. She's like, I don't know why. I'm like, yeah, I don't know either.
What's funny is that your brain still tells you, well, I shouldn't go in there. Then. That's a men's bathroom or a women's bathroom, and you just like, well, I'll go in that one, and you just there's nothing different. It might smell better in one than the other.
Right.
I know that there's a lot more
Cleaner,
care given
maybe
to women's bathrooms, but
No,
like,
it's a lie. I'm a janitor.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's worse, better sometimes.
Sometimes it's worse. The only thing that's bad about guys is they fucking pee. I don't know why, but they end up peeing on the floor by urinal. I don't fucking get it, dude. It's true. Everywhere I've
And these are like offices, or are they like, because people pee on the floor at the club all the time. You're drunk.
No,
you're
this
like,
is like a factory.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're drunk, and there's just you're drunk and they're high, and accidents are gonna happen,
Yeah.
sir. That's why they drug test you.
Yeah.
Factory
But it's still
workers,
yeah. Factory workers are the fucking. I'm sorry, but they're the laziest.
I have no clue how to take that, man, because I've worked in I always switch between factory and office jobs for some stupid reason. And factory jobs, you're working your ass off, but you have a lot of freedom to do nothing.
Yes.
As long as the thing is done at the end of the day.
As long as it's done.
I've taken like 30 smoke breaks.
I guess I don't know if it's laziest because, like you said, some of it can be pretty like labor intensive.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know, just don't. Once they get to like the break rooms and bathrooms, just all cares are lost. That's what I have to clean.
That's fair.
It's just all cares are lost. They'll just swipe anything on the floor, leave their fucking plates and shit on the fucking tables like I'm their mom. You know, like just no fucks given.
I once had to do it in the office when we were in.
I'm like, what is you'll see like at the trash can, like somebody missed with their sauce and it's all over, and they just leave it there with the fucking plate on top.
Yep.
I'm like, bro.
I remember saying something once, and the
Like,
dude was
I'm
just
here
why the
every
fuck
day. You
do we have
see
a cleaning
me.
service if we don't? If not for this,
Yeah.
why don't we even have a cleaning service if I can't just leave it here? And I'm like, bro, you make his life a little easier, his or her life a little
Yeah.
easier, man. Like,
Yeah.
at some point. But
So I mean, some places again, it's
Yeah.
circumstantial. You might have one of those places that's small, and you got one guy there that's all shift. And you're like, this fucker ain't doing shit, man. Look at him, he's over there sitting in the break room again. Then I might fucking leave my plate at the table. I might do that. You may, like if he's just like, you're one of those that get
Yeah.
offended. You're like, man, he fucking ain't doing shit all day, all the time, man. Look at him.
earning that check.
He ain't earning that shit here. Maybe, but honestly, probably not. I don't know. Probably not.
It's the same.
I'm a janitor, so I can't. I'm biased.
Yeah, I talk a lot of shit too. So like,
I'm biased.
Those I talk shit. It'd be like, man, I wouldn't do that. If an Uber driver give me shit, I'm gonna lower his rating. I'm gonna give him a rating. But then every time I'm like, here's 5 stars. It's just not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
It's just not worth the effort. Like you did something. I got here.
Yeah, I got here. I'm all in one piece. It's all right. Fuck it. Maybe give him 4.
4.5. There's always room for growth.
Can you do 4.5?
I don't even know. I
What's your
haven't
rating?
used Uber. My rating's a 4.93.
4.93. Well, then yeah, you can do a 4.5.
Yeah, I say something. Well, either that or I've gotten a low one at some point, and then I've balanced it out. With
Oh,
other items.
balances out. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not a fantastic Uber driver. I'm a great driver. I'm just not conversational in the car.
You're just like, I'm getting you here.
I'm getting you there. We're going to the back.
That's how I'd like it.
Yeah, see,
Honestly.
I thought that too because that's how I like it. But some people be like, well, he didn't talk to me.
I
He didn't make me feel special.
don't like small talk.
And then somebody gets in the car mad though,
Ooh.
or they're like
Really?
sad, or they're like something just happened, and then I don't ever want to make the mistake of asking, well, what's wrong? And then get that whole conversation. The ride only 3 minutes. They sitting in the car trying to finish the conversation. Like, well, he broke up with me, and
You're charged for all this.
if that was true, I'd be having a conversation all
I'd
day.
be everybody's
I'd be like, I
therapist.
can't believe he did that to you, Sarah. Like, you know what? You say, you want to ride to his house right now? Let's go over
Let's
there.
go. Let's go right now. No, it's all on the same bill.
Once it told you what it was, that's what it is. Unless we drive, yes, you change it. So
You got any crazy Uber stories?
I once had a lady I picked up. She was excited. She got in. She was in a good mood. I didn't mind talking to her. Her mood was just so up. So she was just like, yeah, I'm a good ass day. I'm on my way to a dick appointment. And she's like, it's
Whoa.
about to be a good day. And I'm just like, damn, your energy is perfect. You're in a
Yeah.
good mood. I was like, the power of dick. And then
The power of dick.
and she drives. We drop her off. I do a few more rides, and I ended up picking her back up again. She comes out. Her hair is disheveled.
Oh no.
Her mood is still good, but she's just calmer. She's just like, I'm not.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, oh yeah, I had you earlier. You good?
Oh,
She's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
hire. And just like, yeah, it was a good ass day. It was a good day. And she tipped like $15. So I was
Damn.
like, man, thank you, sir, whoever you
Shit.
are.
Whoa. Thank you, sir.
Whoever you are. If you're out there, I want you to know, do what you're doing. Keep it up.
Yeah.
You're helping Uber drivers everywhere.
I can just be your Uber driver. You need another one?
Yeah, I'll take one, man. Your exclusive driver.
Yeah, man. With that tip.
You and that tip. He's getting me some tips, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No shit. Because, yeah, you're assuming he paid for it, obviously, right?
No, it was hers.
Oh.
Yeah, it was hers.
You said
It was
thank
her
you,
name
sir.
and everything. Well, he put her in a good mood to tip me.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
Because on the way there, she didn't
That's
tip.
the one you have to find, though, the one that's paying for it and shit.
Yeah.
Then you get hooked up with that dude.
I become his
You might
personal
even get-
chauffeur.
Shit, you might even get
Get
the
the
sloppy
hose?
seconds.
I am a doting father. All right. I don't live that lifestyle anymore. I love everyone. And
The old sloppy seconds.
but I'll wear a chauffeur suit and be outside of his house. Like, where you going today, ma'am? You need to go to the store. Family Dollar's right up here. They have condoms, Magnum, all whatever you need.
There you go. Yeah,
You back
dude.
here.
Just have it right in the car. Yeah.
Yep. Here's the tip jar.
You just have. Yeah, you could just do the change ones.
The what?
Just like little. You put like I don't know 3/4.
Oh
in.
yeah.
Right in the back seat. They're trying to make change.
Just put
and
it on the
shit.
back of the car. Just
Yeah.
right in the back. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Beautiful, man. You don't even gotta. You can continue to not fucking talk.
See, innovation. It just keeps coming, man.
Yeah, you still don't have to talk to them because all your money making shit's back there.
Yep. Instead of the bottled waters and the snacks, it's just condoms and lubes.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, take whatever you need.
And then you have like a separate one that comes out like when you pick them up that maybe does have some snacks and stuff because they might be a little hungry, might be a little parched.
Yeah.
Have some bottled water.
The replenish section.
Yeah. Call it the refresh and rejuvenate.
The reju. Okay, you got that down there. Be like, here you go. Here's some Gatorade over here. You're going to need those electrolytes. You got to get those back.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if you have a second meeting later, but thank you for riding with Devarron Thomas, you know?
Yeah. Devarron Thomas.
I always tell people, think of it like the gas station Chevron.
Chevron. Yeah, no, I was trying to think. We got to think of something clever, though. Thank you for riding with Devarron Thomas.
Yeah, Dev Ram. I don't know. I'll have to get a Dodge Ram or something.
Yeah.
Or just get the pussy wagon from Kill Bill.
Ooh. There you go.
That's a
Kill
win.
Bill. I always remember when she like moves her toe.
Wiggle your big toe.
You wiggle your big toe. And she's like just sitting in that car, like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie?
Right after
I did not
a
get
coma
it.
scene that apparently was also rape. Like it was an awful scenario, and then she just kills the dude and gets in the car and starts wiggling her toe. And I'm like, this is.
What the fuck?
And you're watching it like this is an enthralling movie. Quentin Tarantino is at the forefront of cinema and feet pics.
How about It Follows? You remember that?
I didn't see It Follows. That was the one where people who had sex had the demon following them.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was fucking stupid. I thought it was dumb.
I thought it was like an allegory for STDs or AIDS or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was, but I thought it was gonna be scarier than what it was, and it like was not scary.
This is why condoms are dying as an industry.
Shit.
People are like, oh, that's supposed to be scary?
That ain't scary.
I mean, have you heard about COVID?
Yeah.
Like, sir, it's like, sir, we have some bad news. Like, is it COVID? He's like, no, it's chlamydia, AIDS, and herpes. He's like, oh, I'm good. That's fine.
It's the other C. It's the other C. It's chlamydia. Yeah.
The bigger C. It's like the cancer. It's like chlamydia. It's like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. Oh, that's cool. It's not COVID.
My grandma had chlamydia, I'm sure.
My work just got rid of the temperature scanning now. They're not doing temperature scanning, but they're not going to like allow vaccinated to not wear a mask and unvaccinated wear them. They're just going to keep it as is until like 50% of Plaid Corps is vaccinated.
Okay.
And right now it showed a greater than 25% is vaccinated.
Well, at least more people are doing it.
I'm just like, go ahead and do it.
Bars and all of that stuff is opening back up. You got the vaccine. Our Roaring 20s is about to start, man. The energy is already up. People are showing up for things they would have never showed up for in the past. You know, like every show is sold out. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this. It's so easy to make people laugh right now. They've been crying for like a year, you know?
Right.
So it's like, I feel like it's the same way in music or any media. People are just excited. They're ready to be doing anything.
A lot of the guys in the metal scene have been waiting for touring acts to start going again.
Is that not?
They're just now starting. They're booking. A lot of them are fall. So, but that's what because there was controversies because there was shows played during pandemic and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it happened and people were playing and there's, you know, this and that side. So a lot of people are just like, we're just going to wait until touring acts start. Because once touring acts start, it's like, you know, fuck you. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're playing. Touring acts, Hatebreed, you know, Metallica, like these big bands, they're playing. Yeah, we're playing again. So that was kind of their attitude on a lot of it. But for comedy, it's quite different because, you know, you're not talking about filling like lots of large venues. But that was my point too with bands though playing. I'm like, why don't they just have the smaller venues let them play? You know what I mean?
Just to keep the first off, people will show up.
And
it's
comedy
speakeasy music, you know.
You know, comedy people aren't like, you know, moshing and, you know, doing that. You know, they're not doing that. You know, most of the time
it would be dope if they did.
Right. No shit. No, you gotta be what the fuck's his name?
Chappelle?
No. He was in his movie though. Jim Brewer.
Oh yeah.
How he does the
Jim can
fucking
get-
the music
the-
shit with it.
What's funny
He's
is
a metal guy too.
I learned a lot of that stuff from Jim Brewer, AC/DC, when he's doing all of those impressions. I was like, oh, this shit is he's on point with these.
Yeah, he is too. He is fucking spot on.
Like back to back. And it's great because I learned about it. I was like, well, I need to get this joke because everybody's loving it. So I looked it up and I'm like, oh, AC/DC. Okay.
All right.
I see now. But yeah. It'd be dope if somebody's like, God damn, that joke was funny. And they just start punching each other in the face.
Damn, dude. You got to make a joke about punching your buddy in the face, I guess.
He's like, no, it was a good joke.
Yeah, that was good. That's funny. The buddy's like, that's funny. Damn.
Black eyes after the show. It's like, that was a good comedy show, bro. Y'all really did your thing.
Yeah, comedy is, it's, I couldn't do it.
You already do music, though. It's the same. I feel like
No, I couldn't get on stage and like try to be funny for even 5 minutes. Whew.
A lot of comics would
pressure.
disagree with me on it. But I feel like people who have if you're already at stage presence and you can deal with this, the
I can
pressure
deal with
of that.
being on stage, but so you think that's more than half the battle is just being on stage?
Once you're yourself on stage, you can kind of, if you're funny already, if like people who say that they're funny, when you get that conversation, which is all the time, people are like, I'm funny, I'm funny here, I'm funny there, and I'll do this. But when you get on stage, you can't. It's like, because you're not even thinking the same way. There's not a natural conversation. It's not, you have to start building that vibe. So when people kind of get up there and realize they can just be themselves up there, they can fall into their vibe a lot easier. Then they can play with the crowd. Then they can start being the funny that they are,
Well, yeah, it is. It's you got to go to the Parrots and the Mulligans and stuff like that. Was Mulligans open mic? Or is that you have to sign?
No, Mulligans is open mic. Okay. I mean, they all like you have to sign, but it's not like.
A lot of them are open
Yeah, they're
mics.
not showcases.
You got to go to these open mics and you just got to try it out. You just got to try it out and fail. You just got to be willing to fail.
That's where you get the hard part. That's
You
where you get the
gotta be
people who
willing to
hop on.
fail.
And he's like, oh, I failed. Not doing that again. Couldn't handle the silences. Couldn't handle the jeers. Whatever you got. But
So did I seen bringing back Dante up again? So did he really bomb in New York when he said something about like I've had my first official?
oh no,
bomb.
we were in Austin.
Austin, okay.
Yeah, and it was weird. Like Austin's scene is dope. No disrespect to Austin, but like a couple of open mics, they have such a big scene right now. That a lot of the room was comics, and comics don't watch each other like people do. People are like, "Well, what's the joke?" and ha 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 ha, and comics are just like, "That was good form." All right,
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
Okay, I like what you did there.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. It's never like a big laugh. So he felt like he bombed when really he was doing his material and it was going fine. It was just the room was a different room. He didn't have a real group of people in front.
Well, he's younger in the game, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
But I think one of
he
his
hasn't
funniest
experienced
lines,
that.
he's like, you guys think I'm bombing, but really I'm in my element.
Oh, I'll cup it.
Yeah.
All right.
I was like, I'm not going to do it.
Not gonna do it. No.
Burned enough people.
No. So yeah, he thought he was bombing. So that's something that you could take away from that. As a younger comic, you might think you're bombing, but it's the old adage of just play for the bar.
Yeah.
Just play for the bar,
Read the
or
room.
just perform for the bartender and the owner.
Yep.
That's who you're trying to impress.
Or the showrunner or whoever, you just kind of play with them a little more. But they want to hear your material too. We're all students. If you're at an open mic, you're kind of just like learning what people can do with their funny. What's this? What's that? Oh, that's funny. Why is it funny? But it's just a different way of watching. You're not watching to enjoy. You're watching to examine. So it's just
Right.
It's anthropology.
And that's the way I kind of was a lot with like drummers and stuff. I'd be like, because that's what I played. So I'd be watching them. Oh, what is he doing here? What kind of kick pedals is he using? And oh, I like how he did that. So I would kind of be like, I'm appreciating it, but I'm not like, yeah,
You're right.
Fuck yeah. Like you want people like they want.
That's what they want.
That's what they want. And I'm like, fuck yeah, but I'm also like looking at.
You're staring. The fuck yeah is internal.
Yeah.
Nobody knows
Like
what
I'm
that
fuck
is.
yeah. But you don't know because I'm like studying
You're like, fuck
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, and that's that's like what you're saying. You guys are like you're not ripping off material. You're just
No.
studying the room.
The game, the way things are done, like
like a show. You're doing a show, and somebody comes up and says maybe a controversial joke. It goes over well. You're like, oh, maybe I can use this joke that I was thinking I might not be able to use tonight.
yeah,
Because that joke went over well.
Or you see that
Yeah,
And-
So there's big time advantages to going
to go on to
first.
see.
It
It builds
going-
confidence too.
Not it's a big disadvantage going first, I guess, in comedy.
Yeah, unless you're already going to be
Huge.
that person. Like I particularly don't. I feel like I'll if I'm talking about something I've
Well, there's
learned enough
lots
about
of
it.
things that can be controversial today. So
Exactly. So if it's something I'm going to talk about, I'm like, I learned something about it. So I'm at least going to come from a place of actual knowledge or education on the subject.
Right.
I'm not just speaking.
right.
And then, because that's when you get to the point where you're just like, oh, I said something really stupid and people are pissed. And so, like, I usually don't worry about it going up. I'll say something and see how it goes. But,
just kind of ruffle
Yeah.
a little bit. Kind of
yeah, I like actually, I love ruffling the feathers first and then sitting in that and then bringing them back. It's
Right.
great. It's like I do a bit about mass shooting, and people are like adverse. I could usually go, it's like, I feel like it's great that black people haven't gotten into that game and I learned why, because, we'll dominate the sport like we always do. And the people come back immediately. It's fun to do that, to have them go there, to see the vacuum sealed assholes immediately and to be like, I'm not going to participate in this. And then to bring them out of that is
that's hilarious.
joy.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious because it's true. Except, golf. Not really.
Yeah, I don't.
Y'all-
Everybody,
y'all
every
are
time somebody
y'all
breaks
we
a
got
golf
Tiger.
record.
We got Tiger.
Yeah, when somebody breaks a golf record, do you even care? Like, I know Tiger exists. I've seen every commercial, everything he's been in. I love.
You guys we got Tiger.
Yeah, I loved his sex tapes, but like nothing about the sport of golf I've watched when it comes to Tiger. Like really, I watched it once, tried to see him hit the ball, and like, wow, why is this impressive? You guys are NPR voicing over it.
Yeah, no shit. That's the thing about it, and and like how you're not supposed to like cheer.
Yeah, it's all poetry snaps.
Dude, I love it when you hear the guy in the background. You probably haven't watched it long enough, but you'll be like trying to tee off, and then all of a sudden you hear the guy, go! He's like trying to fuck him up and shit. Dude, you'll get thrown out at like big events like that for that. You'll get tossed right out. They'll find your ass.
This isn't the fucking NFL. Okay?
This is the fucking NFL.
This is what are even the initials for golf? Is it the GOLF? What do they call it?
PGA.
PGA. Okay.
Pro Golfing Association.
That's crazy. See, I played a Mario game that was more fun with golf than actual sport of golf.
What about putt-putt?
Oh yeah, putt-putt doesn't count. That's not a real
You down with
sport.
some putt-putt? Yeah, dude. Have you ever tried golfing?
Yeah,
You've
actually
actually
legitimate
went.
golfing. I used to be in ROTC in high school because I was planning to go to the military before 9/11 and all of that took off.
And you were like, fuck that shit?
Well, I was like, my
That
mom was
scares
just like,
you?
"You're not going." I'm starting to make
she
some
said
money.
you're not going.
So we're gonna figure out this college thing. Start working on that. But ROTC was still like, if you did it for 4 years, you got a scholarship and stuff like that for it.
Right.
So it was just like I stayed in it. But our Sergeant Coleman, was just the oldest black dude. Just like
Dude, sounds like it.
he's
Sergeant
just the oldest
Coleman.
black dude, and it was just
Dude,
everything.
I just picture this guy.
How y'all youngins doing? You want to join the golf team? And just like whatever, it's another credit,
Yeah.
Take it. Went and did it. I was like, oh, this is the worst thing. It's like fishing to me. You sit there, you kind of you're about to tee off, and you got this calm, and then you hit it, and maybe it goes somewhere, and you just like, this isn't. No one's cheering. No one cares. It's just. You would think I would like it because I like photography.
Right.
I feel like I was about to say porn. If I
thought
like
you were gonna say
photography,
poetry.
same thing, kind of in a sense. Like when you're doing it, you're in a meditative state. You're not even
Yeah.
focused on the outside world. Golf is about you and the ball,
Yeah.
And you would think that would work, but it's like it's so boring as a sport to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the golf cart.
Well, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Then you gotta go find your ball though. That was my problem. I couldn't fucking hit that ball straight.
Straight to the ditch.
And I'm a right-handed dominant person, but I bat and swing and like golf and stuff left-handed. It's weird.
Well,
I
you're
don't know
supposed to
why.
though. Your dominant hand is supposed to be like
Yeah, like I'm
The-
supposed
yeah,
to.
yeah.
I'm supposed to bat like this, like right-handed, but this left-handed is way more comfortable. I don't know why. Don't know why.
Okay, so you like the sport of baseball.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't watch it religiously,
Fair.
but I do like baseball. Yes. Yep. I played when I was younger. It's a lot more fun playing and when you're there at the game.
Fair enough. That's
When
true.
you're there at the game, you know, you got like the fucking, they do the little intermission shit. You can go
It's a
get,
show.
you can get drunk.
Yeah.
It's a show. Most of the time you have a hotel room after, so you go check out the street drummers after. Like it's a whole event. Like, you know what I mean?
See, yeah, that's my feeling with sports in general. It's kind of just like I don't like watching it as much because to me it's like when your brother hands you the controller and be like, "Yeah, you're playing the game," you know, but it's not even plugged in. It's like, well, I don't want to watch y'all play, but when I'm playing it, I'm having a great ass time. I love football. I love playing baseball. You know, when I was a kid anyway. But like watching it is miserable to me. Like I don't get
Baseball, yeah, for sure.
But being at the actual game, that tailgating, the drinks, the hot dogs, the vibe,
Oh, yeah.
everything is
But
beautiful.
when I was like 22 and I didn't have nothing going on, you know, I had no, I was just work and come home, you know, me and the wife, yeah, I'd throw the game on. I'd have it on in the background. Like I have nothing else going on. You know what I mean? So I'd throw the Tigers game on or whatever. But a lot of that's like too, like how they have the goal line.
Yeah.
For NFL.
Yeah.
You can just watch fucking goal line on Sunday or whatever. Just go constant action.
See, that's why I can't understand how people ever got into hockey.
I never really got too much into it. Playoff hockey. If there's a game on and I ain't got nothing going on, yeah, I'll watch it. I will watch it if it's playoffs.
I will watch the fights religiously.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful. People
Yes.
getting teeth knocked out. That's a great.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden, like, this is a great sport where they should add this element to every sport. In the middle, you just be like, you know what? Step into the middle of the court. You
Yeah.
know, the halfway point of the court.
Hash it out.
Yep. Get it over with.
You guys got 30 seconds. Boom.
And then they just made MMA, so it's just like, oh, no point.
Basketball, they'd have to like sumo themselves out of the fucking circle and shit once somebody steps out the circle. That's how it is in like regular wrestling, I think, too.
Yep.
Just make it like wrestling.
like
But
give
they'd
up
all
or,
fucking swing. They'd all swing.
Give up or hit the square or the circle.
Dude, who would you have between Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo? Who you got?
Durant.
Durant?
The legacy. It's really just.
I'm talking street brawl.
Oh, street brawl?
Yeah, like they're in the circle and they got to fight. You got Kevin Durant or Giannis?
I'm gonna say Giannis.
I kind of thought that would change.
I was like, I didn't realize it was a fight. I thought this was a
Yeah, we were talking
respectable match.
No, yeah, no, I would agree both ways. I think
It
if it
sounded
was
like
a
Logan
fight-
Paul versus Mayweather. Would you do
Yeah.
Giannis versus?
Could you believe that? Because of those two fuckers, those two Paul brothers. For the longest time, I was thinking it was Jake that got it, but then I'm like Logan. How the fuck does he get Mayweather?
Right.
Jake, like, has Logan actually fought?
I don't know.
I
Here's
mean, Jake
the weird
really
thing.
hasn't much either.
Logan was the
but
more famous
he was
social media, like one. So,
But that
doesn't
wasn't
even
that
matter.
from the dead body thing?
Yeah, that kind of died out after that for Jake.
Or yeah, like after the dead body thing, it was
Yeah.
gone. Before that, it was the Vine.
Yep. Vine, YouTube, Instagram. But like Jake was the one who was actually boxing. You know, at least a little. It was still clout based
Right.
matches. You know, they got an audience that wants to see it, so throw them in there. So I'm confused
I
as
bought
to
the
how.
Mike Tyson fight with Roy Jones.
Yeah,
I
well,
did.
that's different.
But
That's
he boxed
two
in that one.
Yeah, that's two legacies. But like,
Did you buy that one? Did you watch
no,
it?
but I watched it. I did
He's like,
watch
nah, but I watched it.
it, man.
Yeah, dude.
There's people out there that believe Jake Paul or Logan Paul would
Gonna
win this
beat-
match against Mayweather
Everybody
with
says
real
that-
eyes.
Everybody has probably said that for the past probably 15, 20 fights. Well, he's probably going to win them. You look at Mayweather, you're like, this guy?
People want him to lose so badly.
Yeah,
He's such
exactly.
a dick, which is brilliant. It's brilliant as a marketing tool. Like
That's all he's
Conor,
using this for,
it's the
too.
same
Like,
way.
just more money.
Yeah. It's an insane amount of money to fight with somebody you have no chance of really losing to.
The thing is people are like, oh, we're going to give them that much money. You know, this Paul douchebag. Mayweather don't care. He don't care who else is getting the fucking money. He's getting his money. That's probably the way he looks at it. He's like, I'm getting mine. I don't give a fuck who's getting the other one.
Right.
I'm just going to whoop their ass.
This
get my
bag
money.
is over $1 million. You could have got me with $1 million bag. I'm getting 55 million
Exactly, dude. I don't
to
care.
beat up a YouTube celebrity. That's insane.
I don't care if he's a douchebag.
It's insane.
I don't give a fuck what he did. Showed a dead body.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kick his
In
ass.
fact,
I'm gonna take
even
mine.
more so because that's what that actually makes sense now. You want Logan Paul to get his ass beat. You know what I mean?
Right.
You like people hate him. People got to the point where they're just like, oh, he's annoying. You want him to get his ass beat. You would pay to watch it. That's really what it is.
Right.
Like, would you pay to watch Mayweather beat the shit out of Logan Paul?
Logan Paul. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
There's not too many people I wouldn't pay to watch that. Some random, if you told me PewDiePie was going up against Mayweather, I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Right.
Live streamed on Twitch, I'd watch it.
So what's up with that guy?
Who?
PewDiePie.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't follow that community at all. I just know that they exist. You know?
I just remember PewDiePie was the guy that always came up with the updated rosters for Madden.
Okay.
Remember when you can update, download them, and they'd be all the NCAA guys, names and stats.
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah, that was but I used to play what is that, Madden 19?
Okay.
Yeah. So he would do that. But
I'm talking way back in the day too. Like I don't know, 2000.
You mean before they bought the exclusive rights and just made a new one every year? You could download their roster.
You could he would go through and individually make the characters.
Oh.
So
and then you could download he made the whole team.
Yeah, he made all of the draft class. So
That's
what you
beautiful.
would do is you would download his draft class. And so then the guys you were drafting were the people from the
current
NCAA.
draft.
Yeah, the current draft.
That's beautiful. I didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about he was announcing them.
No. Yeah. So he would go through, make all the individual characters and make them with the stats that you would assume that's
they
what
had.
ESPN is saying. So he would craft them all, dude. Yeah, dude, it was so cool because you would do your because I was a season guy when I played Madden. I loved playing the mode or
I was just online match guy. That was it. I just wanted to get one in. And
I was more of a solo dude, and I'd play on all Madden and shit and all the time and just do the season mode, go through years and years and years, and I got sick of I know after the second year you're fucked, but you at least have that other draft class where you can draft a dude and keep him, and it was cool. But I thought there was some controversial shit about him too after.
Probably. I mean.
Isn't there about everybody?
If your career streaming video games, to make that career, it's hard to even have social interaction. I wouldn't be shocked if you did some shit that was weird. You know what I mean? Said some shit that was weird. You didn't. Right. Of course,
something's gonna slip.
Something's gonna slip. Something's gonna be there. It has to be. But
if you're 30, you might say that's gay once, and then
and then you're done. And you'd be like, shit, I know, but it's too late.
But that's what I mean, though. Holy shit, dude, you could say that. Like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And it's a slip because it's, something from when you were younger.
It's an ingraining, yeah.
It is still there a little bit. Maybe you don't say it at all. And then all of a sudden, just that one time, you took one more hit of the joint, one more sip of beer, and then you forgot. You're just like, oh, yeah. And then you say it, and you're like, you're fucked.
That's gay. But man.
Dude, life is crazy like that.
It's weird, man. You can watch shit change and just become something new, and everything you thought you knew is just done. It's not a thing anymore. We don't do it. It's insane to the current society that you ever did.
Yeah, it is.
Time
heals a lot.
Changes a lot too.
And it's that's our biggest hurdle. Because if you think about it, everything's been getting so instantaneous and, news right now, refresh my Facebook feed, So that bleeds into other things in life, like why isn't fucking dinner ready yet? Why isn't this ready yet? Why didn't I get my promotion yet? Why the fuck don't we have rights yet?
Yep.
And then it's just, yeah, I want it now. And we're forgetting about time and how much of a factor that is.
That's the thing, though, because if people didn't go, I want it now, then it wouldn't have an effect in time. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be able to get up and go and do it now.
Right. But I
to
think,
even start the process.
Right. But I think a lot of people are like expecting it to happen
Yeah.
right now.
Right now. Like,
that's the point. That's
what I mean. Like, after the protest, people are like, okay, well, what's changed? You know, and it's like, why hasn't it changed? You know, or like, it's like, well, it's not, it wasn't a radical change. It's a change over time. You just changed a lot of minds, you know? So it's just, it's an annoying system, man, all the time. I think progress looks weird every time. Cause like, even women's rights. Women's rights was just like that's a thing it's not a newer concept. There have been women's rights protests multiple times throughout history, just like there have been civil rights. Sure. But each time they're a little bigger. That means more people are taking it, and each time it has a different effect. Women were getting beat all the time by husbands. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then one day it was just like, well, Jim doesn't beat his wife, you know? Like, then you get a show and he's like, well, can I go outside? He's like, now you want a job? He's like, I don't beat you. And like, that's progress. Right. You need to go fine, you can get a job, but you can only be a secretary.
Right.
Then it's like, all right, well, you're a secretary. And then it's like, all right, well, now that you did that, now can I be a boss? It's like, what the fuck? I keep giving you shit. And then it's like, shit. Then it's like, all right, well, yeah, you could be a boss. You could be whatever. Now you could be on the movies. Now you can be the star of the movie. Now... And it keeps changing, and we keep having, after a while, we're like, okay, that'll last us a little while. And then we get to a point where, like, this isn't working anymore. We still need to we're still not equal. You know? So it's a weird system. That's decades. That's decades of progress, except for the 80s. I think we just went right back to hitting. Like, it's just like cocaine was going rampant around then.
It
was just like, man. Yeah. Then the 90s came around, and it's just like, my bad. You know what? We thought about it.
Heroin.
Now you with somebody you love forever, just doing a drug in a trap house.
Mm-hmm. In a little heart-shaped box.
Oh, man. Courtney Cobain.
You see your shotgun, you're like, man, I bet you my toe can pull that trigger. Oh, terrible, man. Terrible.
It's weird, man. Time is going to make all of this annoying.
A huge difference. That's what I mean. That's it's just, you know. Or you can start now by trying to, you know, get the young ones, the ones you want in there, instead of putting in the same people and having 80-year-old presidents and shit.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Well, what's the youngest you're willing to accept as a politician?
Like as a politician or a president?
Both. Who you want to? Do you want a 22-year-old president?
No. I would say 45.
Listening to WAP in the office.
I would say 45.
45. Okay.
45. You got some.
Well,
that's you're not 50 yet.
Yeah. So that's what it's supposed to be, but we ain't never let a 45-year-old in. That's a young cat to the country.
Is it 45 the bare minimum?
Yeah, it's the bare minimum.
That's what I would accept. I would accept 45 the bare minimum. I think they got a good minimum on there.
That's a good amount of years to have some new ideas and some old ones that you know of.
Right, and you're not too old yet.
Yeah.
Like you could still have a fucking 10-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, or even a 5-year-old.
Won't be played with that much.
Right. Yeah, you're president. But, you know, yeah, you could, I'd say 45. What would you say? Oh, I had the camera on you the whole time. Whatever. I was going
to say, if there was allowed, I would say 35.
35, you think?
35. I would say 35-year-old president.
I mean, yeah.
You don't think
I guess I can't say I wouldn't accept that. But I guess my ultimate would be
45. 45 up.
I think as much as I think I know right now, as much as I've learned, I think I'm going to learn a lot more in the next 10 years.
10 years.
I'm 30, so that would be 15 for me. So 5 years for it to simmer. But
40 is when I'm like, oh, right, maybe I should go to the doctor, you know?
Yeah. Finally,
prostate time.
Finally. So you got 5 years of doctor under your belt. You know? Yeah. What, 35?
Right, damn. I'll be 35 in 2 years.
Right.
I haven't been to a doctor forever. I have
that's what I'm saying,
program.
dude.
Like, what do we need that for?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, we're not even taking care of our goddamn selves yet.
Yeah.
Take care of the whole country. I don't know. I think we got a lot. I think we're going to both learn a lot, in the next 10 years.
You got a point. 40, 45. 40 wouldn't be too bad either.
No, 40 wouldn't be too bad. No. I was kind of thinking in my head, I was like, should I lower that to like 42 or something?
That's the young radical president.
Yeah.
It's cool. He dresses like a hippie and shit from the 70s.
But I think a 40-year-old now is going to be able to relate a hell of a lot more to the younger crowds and the older crowds than any other,
Well, that's
age, 40 to 45.
That's the gift of our generation. I feel like millennials are the people who got the world as it was, and then the world as it is.
And I hate how millennials got wrapped in that whole, like, you're a fucking millennial because, like, you're technically, are you not a millennial since you're 2 years older?
It's 85 and up.
85, yeah.
Yep.
I'm a millennial, and I'm like, fuck you guys.
What are they, elder millennials, as they call them?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like I'm right at the cusp of being.
Because I was 90, so
Yep.
would I be considered elder millennial or no?
Yeah, still, like if you're in your 30s, it's like, yeah. But it's just like,
yeah, I guess it just goes with your age. Yeah.
I mean, we had the world before the internet connected us all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had the world before that, and then we had the world after that.
We had the world of dial-up.
Yep. Man, shit. A horrible era.
Getting those AOL fucking slips in the mail.
Netflix as a
Yo,
DVD.
we got another 30 days of AOL.
for free.
For free, bro. Let's go look up WWF.com. That's what we did. Because we watched wrestling all the time.
AOL chat rooms.
Yeah, dude. We would just fuck around in chat rooms. Like,
For all day.
what's up, everybody?
Just to be talking to strangers. Like, that was the thing you were supposed to never do.
Yeah,
It was just
you're
like, let me
doing
talk
it
to
online.
everybody. This dude's from India. You know?
Yeah, like, Ma. This dude's from India.
Yeah,
What the hell are you
like,
doing?
what are you doing?
Talking to this dude from India, dude. Check it out. They didn't have Google Translate though.
What was just exactly no clue what was going on. What was your screen name?
My screen name?
Do you remember your AOL
My
screen
AOL
name?
screen name, I think is the same one that I've always used is Brewski14.
Oh, okay.
Because my middle name's Bruce, and everybody called me Brewski over there. So it's Brewski14.
I wouldn't use mine anymore. I was thicker than a Snickers 69. I thought it was so clever.
Yeah,
It
dude.
was so
that would be
clever.
like such a, like, you'd be like, if you were in the chat room, their mod would come over and be like, what'd you say it was? Thicker
than a Snickers.
than a Snicker 69? What the fuck? Let me talk to him.
No need to know that I'm 14. Like, this doesn't matter at all.
Yeah,
You know?
No, dude. No. Dude, that shit was so crazy. I think that's what it was, though. It was just Brewski 14. I'm trying to remember.
The internet built industries, man. We got Chris Hansen out of it. Like,
man.
we got a lot of
Fucking
random
Hanson brothers.
shit
Do
at the
up.
beginning. Even.
Do up, dude. Do up.
Websites were just GIFs, however the fuck you say it. But just GIFs of random Nickelodeon characters just dancing and shit. You'd be like, this is a website.
Yeah, what the fuck? I remember trying to look up boobs one time. We're like, it was like me, my cousin, my brother were like, let's look up boobs. And it was like, there wasn't really like porn. There was like,
there was no concept.
It came up with like breast implants.
The
So we're,
internet
like,
used
waiting-
to try to educate you. It used to
So
be
we're like waiting for this picture on dial-up of this chick's boobs to load. It's like slowly, nipple. Like, holy shit.
fucking then to be like half cut off where you can see the inside.
Yeah.
It's just like you see all this shit. Like, what the fuck is this?
Or like the textbooks at school, like they'd have it in there. You're like, what? There's boobs in
Yeah,
there.
there's boob on half a page because the other half is anatomy.
Yeah. Yeah. We got gypped, guys. This class sucks.
We missed out on the best era. What was that? It's what comics that Joe Elder? It's like we have porn privilege. He's right. He's so right.
Yeah. Porn privilege.
People are just like, we're spoiled now. We're jaded. Titties come to your phone. You're like, I don't want to read that. Like, not today.
Yeah, back then you're like, what? Yeah, you get the gif. Like, there's that one gif going around as a chick with her big shirt and just boop, titties. It's like, yeah, moving on.
Yeah. You put 8008 into a calculator, you were impressed as a kid. You're like, oh, it's boobs. You get it.
Yeah, boobs. What else was there? Hell. You can put.
Yep.
You do hell in there somehow. I don't know. There's all kind.
That's all I know about how to do with a T109 now.
Yeah, I remember they would always say you want to have a calculator in your fucking pocket. Bullshit. Bullshit. I was willing to carry one. I didn't care. I had to. I hated math. Never like Like I do all of our finances now. Like I'm good with numbers and shit, but I hate it when they get into algebra and all that shit you don't even fucking need.
Yeah. Well, you do. If you're doing like numbers and you're doing your actual like
Yeah, I don't know.
all your money.
I think I just figure it out in my head a different way. I'm probably doing algebra equations, but I'm not realizing it.
I think I want to hire.
Just that when they incorporate
Somebody.
the letters into it, it's just like, what? Why? Why is there letters in a number game?
Yeah, A plus B equals
Yeah.
solve for X. You're like, what the fuck
Yeah.
does that mean to anyone?
Fuck, man.
To anyone.
It doesn't mean shit. That's what I mean. It's the letters. It really fucks with everybody.
So you meet your drug dealer, you like, hey, yeah, I got 2 grams. Now if I go to the store and grab another gram, solve for X. And he's like, that never helped me. You know, I was like, I'll just give me 3.5.
Yeah, give me 3.5. Remember, and you had I remember the hand scale. Yeah. Let me hold it up. Let me hold the nickel. Put the nickel on there first.
Like the fucking Greek fucking scales.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that's we good.
The big old ones you have in school and shit on the table. You're like,
Just full of weed.
You're like, bro, I needed a dime.
That was hardcore drug dealing back in the day. Like, that was years sitting weed on your scale.
The fucking hand scales though, they were the fucking chintziest, man. You're like, I don't know if that's on, man. Like, where's the digis? Remember, you'd be like, you got a digi? You got a digi scale? Or when it was poop weed. You'd be like, man,
poop weed?
remember poop weed?
Never had poop weed.
You never had poop weed? Oh, like mid grades?
Or skunk or whatever. Yeah,
Mid-grade weed.
Yeah.
Mid grade weed. It'd have like a bunch of seeds or, more seeds in it.
Yeah,
shit.
plants and all that shit. That still happens.
Yeah. Man, you'd be like, man, half this bag was fucking seeds,
Not as much
bro.
though. You got the dispensaries now, man. You can go in there and get
nowadays you're pretty much always gonna get some quality pot wherever you're at. Like it's gonna be somewhat good.
Yeah. Do you think now that okay. So again, with that whole concept of like the next generation gets everything a little bit quicker, the weed's not going to be special to them. Weed's special to us because we had to live through the era where it was just like, damn, we couldn't even just get weed.
Right.
You know, you had to know somebody, you had to get a dealer. Then those became common. Now it's a fucking dispensary. You know, it's legal, it's good.
Right.
Do you think the next one's going to be something more extreme? Like, is there one day going to be like, we legalize cocaine? It's like, meet the new face of crack cocaine on Time Magazine. He's just...
I mean, there's arguments against legalizing it because then it would make it easier for you to get help for it.
What a great fucking farce that would be. Like, yeah, it's easier to get help if
It's
we
illegal.
just legalize cocaine.
It's illegal right now.
Yeah.
You can go walk into any Alcoholic Anonymous right now if you're an alcoholic and get help.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere. And you can check yourself into drug rehab, I guess.
You think a corporation that legalized cocaine would care about that at all, or they wouldn't take advantage of it? It's like when gambling commercials are just like, if you have a problem,
Yeah.
come down here, get on the MGM website. We'll give you $200 to start. Start, but also if you have a problem,
We're going to upgrade you to the platinum membership plan. Okay, what this is going to do is alleviate those member fees for you. Okay, so there's going to be no more member fees with this platinum membership.
But again, if you do have a problem, please call 1-800. Like, they don't give a shit for real.
For real, yeah. They don't. But that's one argument.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. What if you did? What do you think would happen if you legalized it though? Like, what do you think would really happen?
What have we learned that it can do? Like, they're legalizing shrooms. That's like the next thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We're realizing how good that is for mental health.
Yeah.
Right after we started caring about mental health.
Right.
Which again wasn't our era.
But people think if you legalize it, all of a sudden you're gonna have all these people tripping driving. It's like you're just legalizing it to make it so it's okay to do. People are still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. But once it's legalized, it's okay to do it. No longer has a stigma, and now they can use it for medication, which is good because they're using it now for people in like psychiatric wards and shit like that. It's like, hey, your results. But
it's true.
I don't know. You'll notice when somebody's tripping and driving, they'll be all over the fucking
Oh, hell
place.
yeah, you will.
That'd be hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. But they think that's what's going to happen. All of a sudden, now we're going to have everybody tripping and driving or like with pot. Now everybody's gonna be high and driving. It's like, dude, it's
Well,
just
everybody was already.
everybody. Yeah, first of all, everybody was already, and
I mean-
that's the main point. Is nothing's gonna change because you legalized it. It's just gonna make it okay to do.
Which for anyone growing up will be a normal thing. Then they'll be the
Right.
ones who probably start driving on it, and you just fucking
Could
like
be.
yeah. Then you got
Well, by
commercials like
then-
"Don't trip and drive."
I mean, what the way Tesla and all that's making advantage of it, everything's probably just gonna be self-driving. So
So you could be fucked up all day.
just think about I think about like my daughter. How did you say your daughter was?
12.
12. So you got 4 years and she's gonna be driving.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and learning in what 3, so
Yeah.
or 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Pretty soon.
She turns 13 this month. So
Yeah, because you have your permit for a while before you can actually
Yeah.
drive on your own. So, but I just look at it like she's 4, so that's 12 years.
yeah.
Fucking 12 years, dude. Like 12 years, there could be self-driving.
Well,
There already is.
There already
But, like-
is, but they're
like, we're
they're expecting it.
predominantly-
They're expecting it to be the norm.
That's what
within,
I'm saying.
Like a decade or a little bit over, if nothing else. Like that's gonna be day to day.
Yeah, dude. Like she you just might learn to drive, I guess, maybe.
You think you'll move with that change, or would you be one of those people who just like, nah, for me? And I was like, we used to have it perfect.
I'll
you know,
move with
a
it.
man needs to be in control.
No, I'll move with the self-driving. If that's what it is, yeah, I'll do it. It's gonna be creepy, but I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, I've rode the ones around the city now, the public ones.
I would be the dude though that I'm gonna sit like I'm gonna have my kind of hand right by this wheel. I'm gonna have my foot over the brake, just like you would on cruise control.
Yeah.
So you're on cruise control on the highway. The car's driving itself, like it's accelerating itself. You're just steering. So you're just minusing that steering aspect. That's what I'd be doing in a self-driving car, like ready to fucking like manually control that bitch.
Now, do you think after a while there won't be a manual option? It's like we got this down.
Ooh,
Everything on the
no.
road is automated. It's
No.
not going to be a thing.
No, you gotta keep the manual option. You gotta keep
See?
that.
And that's something we would say. But people who come up and be like, well, this is just normal.
But not while driving. Ooh, brakes. Because, okay, so these are self-driving cars, so they're going to be able to detect brakes and
Yeah.
stuff ahead, I'd hope.
But that's, yeah.
Yeah, because they're still not, because we're talking 10 to 12 years, it's going to be a normal thing, but probably not where it's mandatory yet. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Not
they're
in our
going to
lifetime.
detect brakes. So you should at least be able to, get control of your car yet. Maybe once it's a mandatory thing and everything's on a grid type pattern, you just kind of get in your car and then it's, I don't know, what it just backs out and goes. Then that's one thing. But
On the highway going
you got to
80.
be able to have some sort of kill switch brake or something in case something happens with your car and it like revs up and it just like,
And that'll be
you can't
because
stop.
we're so new into it that we have to. You know what I mean? We still don't trust it enough. We trust it enough
Right.
to get it as an option. Because even now, the ones that are self-driving, there's a guy sitting there. He's waiting
Right.
for something to go wrong if he needs to and do it.
Yeah,
But eventually
that's what I
we'll be
was saying
like,
I'd do,
I
yeah.
don't want that guy in the car. People,
Oh, yeah.
the demand will change. The next generations will keep wanting more. Eventually it'll be like, make it faster. I don't need to be touching any of it. We trust the computer. You know?
Right.
It's like you don't question.
trust the computer.
We trust the computer.
Trust in the computer.
Man.
Ooh, look what you just said there, dude. Bone chilling.
That's gonna be one
We
day.
trust the computer.
Yeah.
We trust the computer.
If you
Could
look
you
at
imagine
God
that,
now,
dude? Woo!
Steve Jobs is up there with fucking Shiva, Jesus.
Yeah.
Like he's done to society as it stands. Not to me personally,
right.
but as the
To
society as it
society,
stands.
yes.
That guy has changed the world in enough ways that we weren't talking to each other millions of miles away. We weren't caring about the other side of the world at all. We were caring about what you see on your neighborhood. That was all you could see.
Yeah.
You know, he's changed the world to the
Dude.
point that we're talking to each other every day. We're getting annoyed about problems in places we have no control over.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Just nail the head on it like that. It's like extra stresses, dude. It's like you don't need to. I hate to say you don't need to stress about it, but it's like some people do too much, and it's like
There has to be a middle. You know, like you can't change.
Share it on your Facebook.
Yeah,
Support,
make awareness of it. But
Support for fucking Palestine or Israel, whoever side you're supposed to be on. I don't even know. See, that's what I mean. It's like I don't even know whose side you're supposed to be on.
That's the problem with that whole war for the longest time. Right now, for sure, it's just Palestine.
You're supposed to be on their side because they're. I mean, you see the map. Have you seen the maps?
Yeah.
Like from where it was like before and how much they've taken over.
I mean, it's
like
Israel.
Holy shit.
But it's crazy. That seems abnormal.
Yeah.
But it's kind of what we've done forever, you know.
And if you if you believe in the Bible, and you believe, which I don't, I take it as more of a story of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't take it like as it was written after.
Yeah.
And so I take it like, you take your fruits from it, your grain, your
good moral values,
Yeah, whatever.
Sometimes.
So if you believe that, whatever, it does say in there that there will never be peace in the Middle East. There will never be peace. That's what it says. There will never be peace over there. They'll fight until the end of time.
That's literally everybody. Like, really, it's just like, if you look at time, if we're talking about time, all this whole podcast, this whole concept of time is really what the goal is that we're all integrated in global. It's a global thing. We're not individual countries. We might be areas, but we're all one unit,
Right.
We're, with the earth, the humanity, whatever. That's the end game of like when we start working on things as a whole. You have ideas coming from everywhere. Everybody's working towards a common theme. But what we have now is we're all just like, boom, we got smashed against each other and we're just like, well, what the fuck? Yeah. Well, I do this. Well, we do this. So war, taking over areas. Here's money. Here's resources. It's insane to care. You should care. It's not insane to care, but you should care.
You should care.
But realize that it's also a history doing what history has always done. Things have disappeared that will never be back. Most of the things here are gone. So countries, places like that, they sadly as it is to say, like everything we're doing, what if we didn't do enough in time? That means it's Israel. That just becomes Israel, and that's what history will do. It's going to be Israel. Time will pass. They might get better as a people. When they're not decimating anyone, and it'll still be Israel. Palestine was destroyed a long time ago.
They're not going through like slaughtering people, are they?
Yeah, they are.
They are. Okay, so they're going through, they're slaughtering people to take over land.
Yep.
And they're just anybody in their path.
Right.
So anybody in their path, they're saying this is Israel now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really support
that. And they haven't really been losing that battle. They've taken over most of it. So
but then you have to, as president of the United States, you have to weigh, okay, we have this going on over there. How do we step into this? We could easily just fucking kick the whole fucking country's ass.
Yeah,
but they have allies too. Is Israel an ally of the United States?
I know religiously it definitely is.
Yeah,
we give them money and stuff for that purpose. We gave them weapons and jets and shit. So
yeah, is this still over here? All right, I'm gonna risk this messing up. But is Israel? Oh,
and then if you're looking at the country game, that's really the most important part. Allies. No war is won by just that country.
Is Israel and the United States allies? Israel is designated by the United States as a major non-NATO ally. It was the first country to get into status alongside Egypt in 1987. Israel and Egypt remain the only countries in the Middle East to have this designation. Interesting.
What's crazy is that they're the only ones. America's like, you coming over? And everybody else is like, fuck yeah. And Egypt and Israel like, nah, we got stuff to handle over here first.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later. Egypt is getting a lot of money from China, so
yeah.
That'll probably be... The game of countries is crazy to me. It's like, I'm such a human being. I care so much about every individual person, But like also my people especially. Like, not necessarily black, but I mean people I love and care for, especially.
People that are close to you.
Yeah. So it's like, but playing the game of governments in the whole countries, you can't do that.
Right.
You can't be like, well, the country's going to get bombed, but my mom's going to die if I don't, so I'm going to save my mom and the country's gone.
Yeah.
You have to think about everybody's mom, That's a weird thought process that I can't fathom.
Well, did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
So, in that too, like when they have to build their armies, they have to, like, they have their people that are in all skill sets, and they have the ones that are the fucking bloodthirsty fucking warriors and shit. They go and they chop everybody's heads off and shit. And they just
The
go
hierarchy.
through, and you know what I mean. But they're there to help you because they believe in you. So it's like you have them on your side,
Right?
Well, it's almost like what Israel is right now. Like, I don't know. What do we do? What do you do if they're an ally? Like, what do? You go in and you fuck that ally?
I don't know. You try to come up with some arrangement.
To stop it.
Yeah, to get
Give
them
them the country back after they slaughtered.
Right.
You just keep Palestine what it is right now, and just a little fucking
And here's
blip.
if they do it, if they do slaughter out Palestine and it's gone, we still have to have a relationship with what's left. We still have to figure out how to handle that.
Yeah.
So, or if we help Palestine and they remain as they are, we still have to figure out how to handle that because that won't stay the same either. You know,
Right.
Everybody wants the same thing in there. So it's just
a fucking.
that's what I mean. It's a whole
bullshit.
system. That's why it's hard for me to think. Like I'm thinking in the good of just like, well, what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah.
But everything's so gray. You know, it's really weird.
It is, dude. Life is weird. Life is crazy, but I think if you just give it some time.
It's great that we started with two-ply tissue and now we're in Israel and Palestine. This is I told you that tissue, man, classy. This is a classy establishment.
It's classy. It's classy.
There's a toilet right here, but we're classy. It's right next to the salad fork.
Right, it's right next there. You can use it too. It actually works. Well, dude, this was fun having you on, man. This was a really good time. It's really glad meeting you. Where can I know this is right at the end, but you know we just talked. So like, where can people catch you? I know that you got a bunch of shows coming out now. So
yeah, I got a lot of shows. The best place to check me out right now, you can check me out on Facebook, Devarron Thomas, DEVARRON. But on Skinny Fat Dude 1 on Instagram and Twitter. So that's the
we'll link
next
all
places.
this in the description too.
You said what?
We'll link all this in the description too.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely check me out there. See what I got coming up because I'm probably in your area. I'm probably doing something there right over in Michigan. I'm in New York this month, so
hell yeah,
check me out.
Going back.
Check me out. I can't wait to go
Welcome
back.
back.
That's the dream.
That's cool. That's cool. I like car rides too.
Yeah. I didn't mind that 14-hour ride when it's a group.
Yeah.
When I did it solo, that was
Solo.
all I had was the people on podcasts.
All right, man. We'll put my podcast on this time.
Gotcha. I'll definitely be shouting you out. I like this vibe. Man. I hope you get more going.
Another successful one done by myself.